There we go. Okay, perfect. So here we are. Welcome everyone. DemEyesRed here. I'm being joined by Angelina Jolie, aka AJ, and we'll start the first game of the semifinals of Rise to Glory. And we have a pause here, so I just quickly use that time. I hope that there's not going to be a rematch or anything like that. People say it's not AJ but AI because you had the robot for a voice there for a second. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll start here. Fire's on the left-hand side of his team with the Britons. The pocket is going to be Frank Sneakov. Much expected that he's the pocket. Then on the right-hand side, we have Mayans, as you have correctly pointed out. MPL, interesting. On the other side, his opponent is going to be Dogar with the Knights as well. Pocket is Frank's Migazian. Lan, last but not least, with the Chinese. Okay. So, very interesting. I gotta be honest. So, Chinese. I haven't expected this. I've seen it once. Do you think that this is gonna be just pure Archers gameplay without any Drush, without any man at arms? What is the idea with Chinese in this game, man?
Well, I like the pick. I think Chinese will be good for the post-Imperial fights. So I think they're gonna struggle a bit versus Britons in the early stages. So that would be a bit hard. Chinese can go for straight archers, can be good. I think scouts or anything like that will be too hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
they go back.
Yeah, I guess so. So we'll go back here for a second. Let's see. I think we had a rematch or anything like that. I don't know exactly what happened there, but okay. So maybe some time for me to see what happened there for a second. Okay. Well, crazy stuff. Is the raffle working, guys? In case you haven't done it, type in !! raffle. If you have done it already, it will not show up a second time, just for your information. So do that, please. And I'll just quickly see what happened there, man. Why that voice? I'll put everything on maximum power. And I hope that this thingy with capture it is going to be fine. Because interestingly, if I go full screen now, I have full screen on 2 screens. Is that an update? What has happened? I wonder. So I just restart the capture here for a second, hoping that it won't happen again. Okay.
Okay, good. Well, they're starting again.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait again. But yeah, Chinese can be interesting. And then we had Mayans again. So that means, obviously, that they think, okay, Mayans for the other maps probably not going to be the case. Maybe they didn't even consider it for Oasis, for instance. They have some other plans up their sleeve. So, what do you think? Mayans were on the right-hand side, it was. Maybe they're going to... I'm not so sure if they're going to go for the same positions again, but...
They have to, I think.
Yeah, I guess, right? So I'm not even sure why they went back, so...
Well, MBL was stealing the boar from the Gao. So maybe that's a thing
yeah, but
they want.
They didn't call it a rematch. It just said GB. And I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, I guess. Let's see.
Well, I don't know for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Mayans versus Mayans would be interesting as well.
Yeah, of course. That is going to be quite a situation here. That I wish, we just start the game so we can really look into this one. So I hope that this time nothing's going to happen. 20 seconds left. And then they're going to do it. Is AJ the second best Dutch player after Glock Ken, they ask.
Oh, that's...
We had an AI situation once again here, by the way. It's interesting that every time the game starts, I don't know if it's how much this is on my side. Yeah, it's probably on my side. Maybe it's because of capture age, but interesting. Without further ado, though, we'll start. So once again, so that's for YouTube now, I guess. So welcome everyone, DemEyesRed here. I'm being joined by Angelina Jolie, aka AJ, aka And we'll have Heresy versus the Outsiders. This is the Rise to Glory semifinals, the first one. And we have on the top left hand side Dogar with the Mayans. His pocket is Miguel Zin with the Franks. On the right hand side, we have Lan with the Chinese. On the other side, we have as the opposition to Lan, we just see the board lane by the way. There's going to be MBL with the Mayans. The pocket is going to be Nikov with the Franks. And last but not least, we have Fire with the Britons. Going back to the right hand side, quickly watching that board steal here by MBL. Let's have a look at that. How this is going to go because Lan is ready to actually block that. But, wow, he lost track and is MBL going to be able to do it? Oh, the overlay. God. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's good.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
the ball went back.
Wow. Just wow. Just wow. The boy.
All good?
Nice. Yeah, we're all good, man. Wow.
Okay, good.
Never happened to me ever in 1.5 years, but yeah, I blame it on no metaphobia, just for the lulz. Here we go, I guess. Wonderful. No, it's just because whenever I go launch into full screen now, I have my 2 screens on capture age. It's a bug. I go to full screen, I don't see my left screen anymore, so that's
Hi.
full streamer. Well, it happens. So the board went back, you said, right?
Yeah.
Well, welcome. The board went back, and that is, well, slightly awkward for MBL, but he still has his eagle alive. That is, I guess, a good thing. And it proceeds here on the left-hand side. Nothing too serious, I guess, so far. No one has died. We have, on the left-hand side, Britons versus Mayans. I have the feeling that was different the previous time. And on the
Yeah,
right
they
side,
changed.
they changed, right? And
Yeah.
maybe that was a mistake, and this is why they changed. I am not sure.
Ah, that can be. That can
Yeah,
be.
yeah, but I don't know. It's a bit. I mean, how do you say that? We accidentally have a mirror sieve situation. We didn't want this actually, and we call it. Is that called a rematch? Is that a? I don't know. It's interesting, but as a matter
I
of
think.
fact,
Yeah.
yeah. What do you think?
I think maybe Nomad messaged them because they needed to say the positions beforehand, right? So maybe the positions
Yeah,
were not right. That's that's the why they need to go back.
yeah, probably. It's interesting. It's interesting. So we gotta pay attention to that one. But as a matter of fact, it's Britons versus Mayans, and then Mayans versus Chinese. To be honest, Mayans versus Chinese, I always have the picture in my mind. It's the faster civ, the more flexible civ, versus the slower one, the Chinese one, but still the, in the end, potentially even more powerful one. How do you feel about this? Chinese versus Mayans? Right hand sides?
I think this is better for Heresy.
Yeah.
Like Chinese versus Mayans is a lot better than Chinese versus Britons. I think at the beginning, especially, and the Mayans can do better. I think. Well, it's all fine. I think it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
Look at the house Lan made next to his town center.
What the? What how can that? What is
He
that?
was almost housed, so he forced down one.
Wow, I've never seen it that in that way. I've normally seen, I know, people from the, I mean, villagers from the berries dropping a house, or from the woodland, but this TC house is a new one. I gotta be honest, but I
Yeah.
guess desperate times asking for desperate means here. The first players are going for the next stage, and it's gonna be actually Nikov clicking up first, together with Migazin. Pretty much identical here, and we can of
Oh.
course expect some scouts play from them. I don't know if it's evident right now, but do you have a feeling where they could focus on, left or right inside? Because that's a crucial moment, right? Where do the scouts go now?
Yeah. I think NBL can manage on his own, especially because Chinese is a bit slower. So I guess Miguel or Nikov, I mean, will send his scouts first to help fire. And at the other side, I think Miguel will. Let's see. I think Miguel will help Chinese first as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so as well. I mean, why not helping them out in the beginning, just to make sure that everything is fine. For now, let's see, only a couple of sheep being taken. No villagers have died here, interestingly, so that's some more or less efficient gameplay. And if we look at what is going to happen actually, for instance, left-hand side Fire has prepared a set of militias. What are they doing going back like that? I don't necessarily understand that one. It's potentially meant arms into artistry from him.
Yeah.
It took his time before actually engaging. Was he afraid of that Eagle Scout of Dogao? I don't understand.
It was not. I think he made one militia too many.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
he's
such a big investment like this.
yeah, and he's also too late with that, right? I mean, for now,
Yeah.
Dogao seems to be very safe. The forwards, the front wall is up. Everything seems to be totally acceptable. And the interesting thing about that one is also that Dogao didn't go for his own militias or man-at-arms. He immediately goes for archers instead. So I think Fire with a rather questionable start here, decision-wise.
I think Fire scouted those 2 golds in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he thought he could do some pressure there, but he didn't scout the gold in his back
Yeah,
of
that's a
Dogao's base.
super nice gold there for Dogao.
Nikov picked up a fill of Dogao walling above.
Ah, okay, there we go. Wonderful. That is very important, and it seems that more stuff is going to happen, or is it? Nikov now inside of the base, just with a single scout, because Zin is there to save the day. But how did they actually squeeze in through that, man? That's incredible.
Oh, that's now it's paying off.
Now it's paying off, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, that's a big mistake by Dogao. That should not happen.
Yeah, that is extremely messy right now, and I don't know because Zin.
Nikov gonna take one more fill from Dogao.
Yeah, that is, of course, highly unfortunate. Just a single villager has survived this very mess here. It is actually Dogao now sitting on 24 vills. Sounds like okay, it's okay, but he has been Mayans. Now he's quite down the vills. Not really nice one. And Migazin was there to save, to defend, instead of go for his own kind of aggression. Nikov now being pushed out of the base of Dogao. Everything seems stable, but the damage has been dealt. And in my opinion, Fire has done the best out of it, right? Invested all the man-at-arms and killed Vils for that.
Still, he's 2 fills behind Dogao. And he's housed as well. That's big. The other side's just walling up.
Yeah. So just a calm game on the right-hand side. It seems that on the left-hand side, more things can happen. But wherever I look, I see some idle time here, also by Migazin, who seems to be very, very busy here currently, as he's chasing the army of his opponent. A lot of scouts now dancing around. And the question, of course, is who's going to click up first. We have Nikov with Wheelbarrow very soon, which is maybe not too typical for him, because it already has it as well. And both are going to do their best. And it seems that Migazin most likely, potentially, going to click up first here. He's dangerously close to clicking up. He could then easily transition into Knights.
Oh. He's missing a bit of his walls, Miguel. Don't know if he knows about that.
Where is he?
Oh, he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, on the right-hand side. Ooh, with that pawn as well, right? That could be extremely dangerous. Yeah. I mean, that's some super ambitious walling to begin with, right? What is that kind of walling? Super crazy investments, in my opinion. Don't like to see that, actually.
I like to see that. I think it's good. Like, for pockets, you have the time to do things like that.
True, okay.
Like, it's better in the future, it's better to wall like Miguel than to wall like Nikov.
Ah, okay. So you think that it can pay off just to wall like that? Well, in case you're not harassed like that, I think you're completely right. But I'm impressed by both the uptimes here. As expected, Miguel clicked up first here, but Nikov also just a few seconds after that one. Everything seems to be fine for a nice transition into Knights. And then the question once again going to be asked where to attack first. A lot of archers are made on each side. If we look at the military counts, it looks quite equal. Heresy just with slightly more archers on their side. And then we're going to see whether exactly they're going to meet up. It seems as if they're going to put their army between Fire and Nikov, speaking of Heresy here, and preparing themselves for a nice battle very soon.
Yeah, they want to go for the gold of Nikov, so he can't produce that many knights.
Yeah, most likely that is going to be the plan, and that could be very effective because it is now in front of that gold, pressuring Nikov, who is now forced to build a couple of houses. But this won't save him for too long because Dogao is going to be there as well, and there we have it. He is going to be forced off the gold, and Lan is there to potentially do
Lan is there as
something.
well. Oh, that's sick.
Let's see if that's going to be. It's going to be possible for them to defend this, but I wonder because they're. I mean, I was thinking, okay, now there's some help, but this is the next set of archers by Dogal. Fire is on the way, but wow, they're in now. And that's the pocket player who's under pressure without any gold, if I see that correctly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very tough castle age start for the Franks player.
Yeah, this is really good. Good play.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive that they're actually able to do that. I just wonder what are the others doing. There's Imperial now arriving from the right-hand side, but still takes a lot of time for archers to walk that way. Fire is close, but he needs to wait for the others to arrive. So when is that going to happen? A couple of knights are out now. The reason for the Heresy players to go out again. And very soon they're gonna sit on that hill and maybe take on a fight like that, while the others are going to the castle age. Let's see, they're slowly, steadily moving here. A bit of an engagement, just a couple of scouts dying.
I don't know why Miguel. Yeah, Miguel should have sent it way earlier.
He's a bit off the place here, but still it's happening, and it seems that the outsiders are able to push back. Slowly, steadily, they're now on the way forward. And it seems that they can enjoy some momentum together with MBL, who now has Botkin Arrow and Crossbowmen. They could now focus on either Miguel or Dogao, considering how they are walking at the moment. Of course, Miguel would be the sweeter target. We'll check it out because his knights are on the way. That's tough. Situation is problematic.
This thing is really good for the pocket. Like for Miguel, this is really good. But for the flanks, they lost so many archers in the process, so it can be a bit hurtful. I think Dogao is doing a really great job, even harassing Fire at the back of his base as well, with another pack of archers. It's really strong.
Right. Crossbowman incoming very soon for him. Botkin Arrow as well. And very soon they're going to be able to defend themselves. Let me just see if I'm fine here speed-wise. Yeah, everything seems okay. And that is that. Now Dogao in a rather defensive stance, because the situations are now quite the opposite. He's the one being pressured, trying his best to actually withstand. It might be very dangerous very soon, because these crossbowmen could tear through those palisades with ease. But now that they've reached Castle Age, we can expect the players to drop TCs to defend themselves. While on the right hand side, still nothing is happening. It seems that the outsiders will now finally focus on Miguel Zin, which is why the fight is being taken in front of his base.
Yeah, MBL got Thumbring as well, so that's really good. Dogao going for ballistics, Fire as well. Lan is completely walking wrong, but he's noticed it now and going back to the fight.
Well, that happens quite off the place here. That's a bit tough because Miguel Zin can suffer a lot very soon, but I think they will be there in time for the crossbows of the outsiders to say, probably it's not worth going.
This is really good for Heresy.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
They have him surrounded. That's really nice. Ooh, even the crossbow of Fireman getting fire click. Just gonna be cleaned up here. My god, man. Fire. Man, what are you doing? Unfortunate. The question now is how to transition this one into a counterattack. I wonder how fast they're gonna act on this one.
Oh, the Dogao TC is gonna go up.
My god, man. It's gonna go up.
Yeah,
but
okay.
man, that was very dangerous.
Oh, that was really close. Yeah, that was really close.
So good for Dogao. Fire, unfortunate here. If we look at the villager stats for a second, just as a
Yeah.
comparison, Miguel Zian's boom is simply better, it seems. 70 vills, 71 vills versus 64. Those are the two booming gods, the ones that are really good on Arabia 3v3s, 4v4s, just to function as a pocket. And it seems that currently Miguel Zin is enjoying it a bit more. He hasn't been harassed as much as Nikov was harassed earlier, so that is good for him. It just makes me anxious that Miguel Zin is open on the right hand side all the time, but as long as nothing is happening, I guess he'll be fine because very soon he is gonna go for Nikov once again.
Big fight. Mayans versus Britons.
There we go.
It should be better for Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dealing it in a nice way. Dogao is actually moving back. He needs to regroup and reconsider his strategy over here. While the knights on the right hand side, pretty much in the middle of the map, are taking this fight. Bit of a clash, not decided yet. It will be too tough for Miguel Zin to go in just like that, as Nikov has the home advantage. Very soon, a couple of other players going to join the mix as well. Lan is on the way to help out Miguel very soon.
The pack of MBL is so good. Like, it's such a big expo pack.
Dude, really dangerous stuff right now. And good of Miguel Zin to react because he was about to place the TC to the front, which MBL has denied with his sheer presence. And very soon he's going to take his attention because currently Miguel Zin's army is forward. They want to go for MBL's base, but MBL might be a bigger threat depending on his decisions. A huge army consisting of 34 crossbowmen very soon about to cause the damage. What is going to happen? Who's going to be first, MBL or Team Heresy? We'll find out.
Lan is to Imperial. That's sick.
Now that's quite impressive for sure. But at the same time, MBL is in now. And there's no one to help him out but Dogao.
Dogao,
With
yeah, Dogao.
20 crossbowmen only though. The Knights of Miguel Zin need to be very careful. They could be used for some more
They
action.
can trap it now. Yeah, that's really good.
That's perfect timing. And MBL now needs to seek shelter, at least a choke point or anything like that. But now he's going to be completely surrounded. Impressive. Very impressive gameplay here. Defensive gameplay by Team Heresy. I love it. Perfect timing. And MBL now needs to seek shelter, at least a choke point or anything like that. But now he's going to be entire situation completely surrounded. Something already has happened in MBL space, but has been dealt with as well, as Nikov was there to save the day. And a new army, 34 crossbowmen once again, are on the way forward. And they're going to do it. Let's check it out. Where they're going, how they're going to do it.
Fire, almost Imperial as well.
That's very strong. But Miguel Zin is going to be up first in comparison to Nikov. Nikov still needs a couple of seconds before he can click up. And that is going to be an advantage for Miguel, who will most likely go for Cavaliers earlier and +4 most importantly.
Lan need to be careful. Like, don't go out before Imp, please. They're gonna try to double him as well.
Difficult situation. On both sides, it still seems that outsiders have everything, I don't want to call it under control, but they, every time they're getting attacked, they just strike back. Nicely.
It is not good for Fire fighting before.
Yeah. I mean, if you goes for Imperial Age, you gotta make use of that one. And not by using your Castle Age army, that's for sure.
Fire putting amazing castle.
Now, if that one goes up, of course, that would be highly ideal. We'll see, because Dogao is going into the wrong direction. Question is Dogao going to see that one? Yes, he sees that. And he immediately, or does he, moves in that direction. He has flared now.
No, he can't fight it. He can't fight it.
Yeah, question is what to do now, because if that castle goes up, that will be a nice opening for Fire, actually, to constantly produce more pressure. In the meantime, we have Miguel Zin now chasing the army of Nikov. Let's see. Just, there we go, Cavalier. I waited for this one, and still no sign of +4, by the way, of Miguel Zin. He actually needs to make use of the Imperial Age that he has. Slowly, steadily following Nikov into his base. The fight is shifting again to the south. Shifting again into the south. And now it's just a bit of waiting. Togao is going to follow up as well in the middle. Where the others, Lan is arriving as well. This might be a dangerous situation once again for the outsiders. A lot of Imperial Age units very soon to arrive. Migazin taking his time on purpose. Wants to go in there with his cavalier upgrades. Defensive castle of Nikov also extremely essential here to keep things safer. There we go.
Dogao is already moving more to the back. But he needs to keep control of his gold. Like, he doesn't have any gold left.
Exactly. In my opinion, he underestimated that one by not immediately responding to it. Potentially they aimed for some more damage to get Fire's attention, but it didn't work that way. In my opinion, Fire can be extremely dangerous to deal with at this spot. We'll see about that one though. Nikov goes for Bearded Axe. Why does he... Why does Nikov go for Bearded Axe?
I really don't know.
Is that a misclick?
Yeah, it's a misclick. He wanted to go for the others.
Oh.
Yeah.
He wanted to go for Chivalry. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to go for that. Like, now the Paladin upgrade will take so long. Like, with Chivalry, it's so much faster done.
Yeah. That is going to be interesting now. I wonder if he canceled that. I mean, I believe that it went the entire way.
Yeah.
highly unfortunate, let's call it like this. At the same time, Migazin raiding a lot of Vilsi with fully upgraded. Yes, fully upgraded Paladinos. There we go, a lot of Vils down the drain. Currently, Fire sitting on 73 Vils in comparison to the other flank, which is Togao, 98 Vils. The forward of Fire has been successful. The castles are down, the Krebs are marching forward, but the base, so much trouble.
Yeah.
So much trouble.
No gold left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got a bit of gold. An extra pile.
Well, let's see if that's gonna save him, because I feel that right now Heresy utilize every kind of means in order to make use of, well, everything they have access to, because it seems that outsiders are simply not able to get out of this. Togao now successfully switching into plumed archers as well. It's looking quite good for him. Let's see what else he's gonna do with that one. He doesn't have elite plumed archers yet, though. But he wants to make use of the mobility that he can now.
Like this is the time where Britons don't shine anymore.
Right.
Like no Thumbrin.
Yeah, exactly. No Thumbrin is going to be extremely hurtful. And especially if you don't have the numbers. Because currently, I mean, still, Fire has 48 Arbalists, but what are they doing? What are they doing?
They are in the castle.
They're just chilling in that castle. And some of them are in the middle of his base trying to defend everything here. But these castles are going to go down, and Fire seems to be the weakest link at the moment for Team Outsiders. On the right-hand side, just for the record, we see how MBL is going in. But Lan is able to deal with that very soon, I guess, because he is sending his own set of Arbals back in. And I don't know about you, AJ, but I think that Migazin, together with his team, are controlling a lot of good things here, a lot of important territory, especially with Dogao on the left-hand side, now able to claim the gold back and able to create a momentum here, potentially.
Yeah, I think so as well. And Lan is getting Siege Ram, and if you get enough Chukanu, you can do a lot more damage versus the Paladins as well.
Yeah. That is...
Yeah, this is really good for Dogao as well, to have everything back. Oh, the surrounding by Miguel. Oh, that's really nice.
Let's see, right inside. Lan is just playing alone here, but he is utilizing the Chinese power. And left hand side also looking quite wonderful. So the question now is, what to do to get out of the situation. It is a very tough one all the time, but do you have any recommendation? What could be the game plan right now for outsiders to get out of this messy situation?
Well, first thing, I think like MBL made an outpost already, so they know where the trade is gonna go. So if MBL does something to, well, delay the trade, can be really good for them. But yeah, like this now, Britain's, it's just not really nice to have them in post imp.
Yeah, it is so interesting to see how that is actually going because it
And
really
Lan is
feels
doing really good.
problematic. Uh, uh,
Oh,
that's really tough. Even this one now, Fire is in the middle. They flared it. Amigazin could try to deny it, but obviously there's just too much army right now. Still
what
no
the hell
elite.
is MBL is making a castle, yeah.
Let's see that one. Let's see that one. Taking that huge fight. Elite plumed archers vs. Still plumed archers. Oh my god, man. Dugal needs to actually step it up here very soon. Even though the numbers are better for Bigazin.
No.
Takes a lot of free shots over here, but it seems to work. Now with elite plumed archers, it's even better. And they're winning the situation on the left hand side. On the right hand side, we have a kind of death bowl, siege rams, arbalists, even rocketry I've seen. So Chukunus, we have trebuchets. Very tough to deal with that. What do you do as mains in this situation? I don't know. Chinese? They will take you apart at some point.
Yeah, like Chugu nukes are better to kill off rams. So if it's a siege war ram, it's harder.
No.
This is the moment where Chinese will shine, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. It's very, very problematic. The whole map seems to be very tough to deal with for the outsiders. Even though I see that things are slowing down on the left-hand side, it might be just the calm before the storm. Fire is getting up some important castles to defend the trades. But how successful is it going to be? Because Dogal's getting dangerously close.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side also, now the teams are regrouping, and Lan is so dangerous at the moment. He's actually ignoring what MBL does with his plumed archers. He leaves that to Migazin, and instead he wants to go forward himself, but Nikov is there to
He
help
needs to
out.
go back. He
Yeah.
needs to go back. Back to the castle, yeah.
Yeah, it
He
seems like it.
stays there. He's going back with the Chuganus. That's good. That's smart.
Yeah. Tough one, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah, and Dogao knows where to hit. They know where they can deny the trade. That's a really good call.
Now that will be so difficult to deal with. Indeed, I mean, even though Nikov is going for a little bit of raid right now, trying to harass the early trades, I don't think that this is the way to go, because right now the biggest threat is Miyazin, who successfully kills way more trading cards, who's raiding Nikov now. That seems to be very lethal very soon. Also, if I look at the resources, well, a lot of resources for Miyazin, interesting, but also Nikov has quite some food. Could actually share that one if needed. MBL seems to be low on that one. We'll see, we'll see. Villager-wise, it seems to be stable again for Fire. Indeed, he has been able to slow down, but eventually it is going to happen. Because Dogao is not letting go. He has the siege rams, he has the trebuchets, has his plumed archers, therefore will be... I mean, he needs help. As Britons alone, as you said, he will struggle. And the decision of outsiders seems to be they just want to harass the trade right now, which is MBL. It might be a good situation just to get their attention. See how this is gonna go.
Well, castles are really good placed by Heresy. That's good.
Now, if you look at that, I mean, especially Land did an absolutely fantastic job just to make sure everything is safe here, you would say, but MBL has his arbals working, interestingly. Just doesn't care at this point. Able to snipe a few trade cards, so we'll see if they're gonna stabilize that one. Check what else going to happen. Fire once again very low on villager count. It's getting worse and worse for him. And if he's down on the left-hand side, that means that the trade of his team is gonna go down the drain.
Look, MBL. Oh, he was making a castle, but he's not building it anymore.
That's unfortunate for him. He's also getting raided at this point, or at least a set of paladins just going in there casually. And if you're in a situation where paladins can just go through there without caring too much, I know things are going the wrong way. And BL also now forced to go for elite skirmishes. It's getting reactive. It's getting very reactive here.
Well, Fire's still doing a good job, making a castle in the corner to protect it a bit. But those siege rams are just the big old enemy of the Britons.
Yeah, exactly. It's just looking slightly awkward here for him, as he doesn't receive the help, as the units are required somewhere else. And I see just a lot of light cows by Nikov, by the way. You know?
That says enough.
Yeah, exactly. That says enough. And if they just continue like this, Heresy, they might have the game in their hands and finish it off here.
Oh my, look the resources by Dogao. That's sick.
Casual 2.4k gold on the bank.
Yeah, he really should sling. He really should sling.
Yeah, super strong performance here by Heresy so far. It's quite impressive, I gotta be honest. Who would have thought that they would be able to team up like this? Yazin, Dogao, and Lan in this year. They're so strong that people like Nikov and Beyond Fire are struggling like that. It's quite some stuff.
I think they're gonna call it soon.
Yeah, it might be very well the case.
Lan even with bomber towers.
Exactly, I saw that one being researched, and he's even dropping them forwards. Nice. Yeah, and BL at some point is gonna say, okay, I can't do anything against this anymore. He's fighting it off together with the help of the others, but we see skirmishes, we saw light calves. So you're right, at some point we will most likely expect it, the GG being called. At least they were trying a lot, they are fighting so hard, but I mean, now it's MBL who's the weakest link. Cool. But I don't think that he's going to be able to come back from this one because the bomber towers are there, and I think at some point they can still keep the trade alive because Nikov is completely dedicated, tries his best, but they will go through. They're just preparing themselves. We see Migazin with a nice set of units as well. Very soon they're gonna go in, and that might be lethal. Now, trade count seems about to be equal on paper, 40 to 33, team-wise.
Yeah, this will be a good game. Look the amount of rams he got.
Yeah.
Left corner, yeah, that's sick.
That's gonna be tough.
Nikov is there, though.
Yeah, he's been there all the time because he knew that something is going to happen, but at some point he's going to lose that army. It's not like he's drowning in gold. So the reinforcement rates, considering paladins, is going to be impossible. A non-existent thing. And these rams, toxic, man. Toxic. They're going to go tear everything apart. Nikov can defend this maybe one time, which I don't even think anymore, considering the amount of elite blooms I see from Dogao. Yeah, and the second time won't be possible anymore. So it seems that Fireside is about to be GG here. Of course, the question is, how long are they going to continue? And winning himself, but nah, it's GG.
Yep, really well played.
Yeah, strong game, man, strong game. So, quick question before I go back here. Britons, do you think it was one of the reasons why it has come to this very result?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like in Imp, they can't do anything without tampering, etc. Like they did really great, right? With the castles on the main player is gold, but But as well, like the game decision to go to Nico in feudal age with all the archers was so good.
Yeah,
Really well played.
really, really strong. Impressive.
Even with the big fault of Dogao, with all those men at arms coming in.
Yeah, true, true. That was a bit chaotic there. I thought, okay, maybe this is gonna be even soon, just over here, but they've been able to stabilize. Miyazin, in my opinion, did also a lot of great work. I liked his boom. I liked the way he just pumped out the patterns way more significantly than the other way around from Nikov. That did work in their favor. We'll go back
Yeah,
now. Um,
yeah.
Here we go. Wait a second. What is this version? What? Oh, okay, I was thinking of Team Acropolis here. I guess that
Ah,
is the.
yeah. Ah, yeah. This is.
Okay, okay. All right. So then we'll start. Bottom left hand side we have. Just a second. I need to get everything set here. So that is beloved Eddie with the Incas. Also a civ that is very important on Acropolis. We'll talk about this in a second. The pocket is going to be Miyazin with the Slavs. On the right hand side, we have Dolgao with the Malay. Other
Yeah.
side, we have Fire with the Chinese. We have Nikov with the Indians. And then we have Fire with the Chinese. So, Incas, yeah,
Eddie's stealing a boar already from
easy. He is. I mean, he has
Imperial.
the Incas, so why not, right? I mean, okay.
And he is versus Incas.
Yeah, so that's an interesting decision, right? Incas, that's probably the um, non-cavalry civ. We are not supposed to call them Meso-civ, right? On Acropolis, that is used the most. I have the feeling. Do you have the same sense that Incas are somewhat popular?
Yeah, they're good. They're really great. Oh, and MBL's counter stealing a boar and stealing two llamas as well.
Wait a sec. Let's get. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. That's juice, eh?
So now it's better for MBL.
Yeah, he has stolen more effectively. So that's looking really good. I just quickly
Yeah.
want to check. These are random boys. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Yeah, he has stolen llamas. And we have the two Incas players on the left hand side. That's going to be an interesting situation. Right hand side, it's going to be Malay versus Chinese. That is once again, like you said, Malay could go for a very fast paced game here. And the Chinese could be caught off guard with a probably slower paced game, but then more powerful maybe towards the end. We'll see. I also think
Mm.
the Malay in the late game are still a beast. We'll check out how this is going to develop. And then the Pockets players are Slavs vs Indians. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I think Indians can be really great here.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, that's as well hard. It depends how much, how good the sides will do. Like if the sides are really doing great, then
Hmm.
Slavs is better, I think. But like if Eddie's gonna struggle and Dogao is gonna struggle, then the boom for Indians can be so good as well, and they counter Slavs immediately with their camels.
Yeah, that will be really a thing to keep in mind and, not to underestimate. I just wonder, knowing that Indians are a choice here. And you said it, Slavs are a very strong choice, but Indians might be countering this one really hard. We'll check out.
Mm.
For real, this could be very dangerous. But yeah, as you said, depending also on the flanks, what they're gonna do. Maybe also important to mention that.
Oh,
Yeah, you were going to say?
oh yeah, NBL is going for a boar from the corner from the map.
Yeah, he
So
took
so
one of those
he's
random boys,
taking.
right? He's about to
Yeah.
die, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. But no,
No, he
he's
saves it. Yeah.
safe. Of
Oh,
course.
that's sick. That's and perfect timing as well.
You're
Yeah, that's
kidding me.
really gonna help.
Really? The boys are emptied out and he gets the precious boy. Wow. Wow. Just this guy is. I mean, it's hard to, be surprised by him if you know that he's going to do these things all the game, but this was just flawless, flawless. And also, he has this
Oh,
forward lumber camp. I was just
yep.
going to mention he didn't decide to stay on his main Acropolis, so to speak. So it might be he might be vulnerable. Let's see.
No. Eddie will go for a Thrush with Incas,
Mhm.
but he didn't scout the wood from MBL.
Wow, he will go in that blindly, and he will drop that. I mean, he's just regrouping on the Acropolis, on the elevated part, and he will completely miss out on the left-hand side, it seems. Now there's some heavy flaring.
Oh, MBL is going for it as well.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah.
want to Thrush each other.
They will miss out on. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Maybe that scout was
does
seen.
MBL didn't see it.
I guess he didn't, right? He
Yeah,
just saw the scout maybe half second or so, but not the villagers. So we have the forward house of Eddie. We have that palisade foundation. And now he's probably gonna attack the berries. Or is he? Yeah, that's going to be the case. What does MBL know? He sees the foundation, he sees the palisades. That is that. On the other side, he's moving forward as well, MBL. And what kind of vision does he also doesn't know about the real wood line? No, he sees it. He sees bamboo is being chopped.
This is good for MBL. Like he gets so many llamas still, so
I see.
he, he's going for blacksmith right away. MBL as well.
And we all know what this is about, right? So, blacksmith with the
Yeah,
Incas. It's gonna be
yeah,
epic.
that's awesome. And he's doing a forward tower as well. Oh, that's so strong. Oh, he's gonna trap the fills, I think. Yeah, he's gonna trap the fills.
Oh my god,
Oh,
man.
that's so good.
So good. That's...
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Oh,
doesn't
he's
even
gonna.
notice it, man.
Yeah, like. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a four fills.
Oh my god, man. For real.
Oh, he's even. Yeah.
I mean, wow, wow. I'm not the type of guy
Uh,
who says, oh my god, what a nice mangonel shot, oh my god. But this is...
this
Wow.
is awesome. Yeah. This is why I watch this kind of games. It's so awesome. Like Eddie is
Dude.
dead. Yeah, Eddie is completely dead now.
Wow, wow, wow. That
Oh,
was
he's
it.
gonna trap in the rest of the fills as well. I think forward fills. No, he's not gonna do that.
In the meantime, if we go back to what is happening in MBL space, it looks more like a classical Trush situation, right? There's a Trusher, there's a counter Trusher, and everything is
No.
under control. But, yeah.
Oh my God! Look at that random watchtower by Eddie at his home.
At his home? Wait a sec, let me see. I don't even... Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know about
Ah,
that
this
one
is
as well.
super unfortunate, man. I like this guy a lot. Personally, really cool guy, but this hurts me to see.
Oh my God! Yeah, Eddie got the berries back again
Yeah, did he fight
at
for
the
it?
MBL's base.
Oh. Is that the revenge? Yeah, probably. I mean, okay. Um, yeah, it's no words anymore. Also, by the way, on Acropolis, we see Scouts Wars. That is a thing as well. It used to be the primary thing to
No.
see, but now we see it. It's, of course, the pocket players having a nice fight. On the right-hand side, maybe also important, Shogao is here with a set of archers, harassing the vills of his opponent Fire. While Fire is not doing too much, you would say, as he's in the middle, because he wants to focus somewhere else. And that might be actually him going to the very left-hand side or to the pockets. We'll see where you go.
Oh, MBL is going for it. Oh, Maddie is looking now. Oh, he's going for. Yeah, MBL is going for it. He got that extra armor.
Yeah, he goes for the aggressive move. And is even successful. And his woodline never been touched. All safe.
Yeah.
All safe. And these fills of MBL are stronger than the ones of Eddie at this point. So he actually has no possibility to engage and to succeed. At least it seems like it.
No.
It's more than tough. Eddie's not going to be able to survive this one like that. And in the meantime, as anticipated, some raiding coming from the outsiders here. By the way, we switched colors, unfortunately. Interestingly, we'll deal with that in the next game again. It's still warm and it's cold colors, but yeah. Happens. Here we are. Nice quick walls by Migazin, though. I like to see that. I would have expected more damage here, but it seems okay-ish. Okay-ish, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dogao is also determined here. Wants to go for potentially the enemy pocket as well. Look at that. Might be the case. Nice to see the Eagle Scout of Eddie chilling around here as well. And very soon, the army of Dogao is going to arrive.
MBL is making a tower on Miguel, his wood.
Oh, nice. Undetected, most likely. Yep. Toxic. I love
He's
it.
gonna wall in that as well, I think.
Oh my god, look at this. He took away the vills.
Oh yeah, he's gonna wall in
Oh.
now. Oh yeah, he's gonna wall it in.
You know, if you have that much patience and time to actually do this in a game, wow.
Yeah, that's really good.
Right? So you delete all the buildings, and what you see is, well, because it
Oh,
doesn't delete anything, he just builds. That's probably the most understandable reaction, then, right? You just build that tower instead of deleting everything because you realize, okay, I'm walled in, but we have a
yeah.
pause going on. I wonder why we have that now going on. Maybe they need to consider a couple of things here, but this is a very, very terrible start so far for the people being crushed here, and MBL pulling off one good tower after another. It's just amazing.
The weird thing is though that Eddie got more fills now than MBL.
Yeah, and
That's yeah.
I just think that is not because he has lost Vils. Even the KD tells that. I believe that MBL had either idle time.
Oh,
Probably
or
it was just idle
wheelbarrow.
time. I think like that because I mean he didn't have a lot of food income in the beginning because his berries were taken away as well. He didn't have too many farms in the beginning. Also, he invested all the wood for the sake of towers. So I assume that, especially to get this blacksmith upgrade and stuff like that, he had to invest a lot of food here. So this is what I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Sadly.
MBL is just being annoying right now, which he should.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is really good for what MBL is doing now. He even can deny the gold from Miguel.
Why is he just given the time to actually do all of this? This is the main question. Of course, you are busy. Of course, you have things to do. Of course, you want to go for counter pressure. You cannot just stay reactive all the time. But I feel that MBL is just given too much space here. He's just doing too many good things. And this shouldn't
Oh,
be. Get another pause, I guess.
at Nikov's base, he's feeling the pressure as well. Archers from Dogao and Miguel with some scouts.
Mm. For the people wondering, we have a scoreboard on the top right hand side. It says Outsider 0, Heresy 1. That is the score that we currently have, and that score is actually going to get updated after every game. That is the function of such an entity on the screen. I hope you'll enjoy it. Shout out to the people who have designed that one. Much love. No sarcasm here at all. So yeah, we have a pause once again. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh wait, is game over? What is this? I didn't even realize. I thought that is the game over for you?
No, not yet.
Why is the game over for me then? Why?
Oh, really?
Yeah, have I been kicked or something? Why do they kick me? No. Okay.
But it's paused still for me.
Oh, it's paused for you. Okay. For me, it says
Seems
game
like it.
over. Let me quickly write in the chat. Is the game over? Question mark. And it dropped.
Okay.
Ready to rumble, and here we go. Finally, it is proceeding. We have it. The mess that we're in. MBL now inside of Miguel Zien's space. What is going to be the response? we have to keep in mind that MBL has slowed himself down as well. Thus, things might be still even, more even than we.
Dogao can do really great. Like with his melee, he's so fast.
Mm-hmm.
In Castle Age, he's already moving to fire, I see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just quickly also checking out the colors. I this is now warm and cold colors, guys, and I guess this is also the correct version of it now. I don't. At this point, I don't even know. I let the admins decide to what to do because, wow, just this is now the game. Yeah, okay. We'll proceed like this then. Let's go hardcore then. Let's treat this as a new start, a new beginning, fresh new life. And we have Dogao now in a very, very decent position. As you said, he has the very fast up, as a crossbowman, he has botgun arrow, and he is going for it. Slowly, steadily marching forwards and about to pressure even the pocket as it seems. And what about
Ah,
NBL? Hmm.
why pocket? Why not? He could do a lot of damage to fire still.
Yeah, I guess, right? He just had mercy on him. Even though fire was completely open, at least fire is going for this defensive watchtower, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
some damage already. Speaking, but what is Dogao doing? A lot of camels. And they have +3, as they have the
Yeah.
Indians bonus. Still, they're crumbling, it seems. Because fire is not there in time. I mean,
Oh, he's doing really good. Dogao with the micro.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Don't even focus too much on these dudes downhill, but he's taking even that fight. Wants to go for it, but actually it doesn't
Oh,
work out.
he
All
can
right.
focus on a bit. A few camels are like
Yeah, I would have
4
loved to see this
HP.
as well. Focus on 2 camels would have died for sure. They were super low HP. But well, that's some cosmetics there. Details.
Oh,
We'll
look
see.
at MBL. He's even going to Dogao
Oh my
right
god.
now.
And he has even transitioned into Spearman additionally, right? That's actually very smart because now that we've reached Castle Age, I mean, everyone except MBL and Eddie, there's going to be a lot of knights slash camels around, and you want to be prepared for that one. So the Spearmen are going to be extremely useful because that will make the engagements very tough to deal with. And what's more, Eddie wants to go for the wood line of MBL. Now look at this. It's actually,
Oh, that's really good.
yeah,
He want
have a revenge.
to wall him in right now with the
Real?
gate.
Is he? Oh, come on. That's a bit. Oh. Okay. But he's still gonna delete everything, isn't he?
Oh, he can be quick. Oh, does he have?
Okay,
Oh, he's
wonderful.
gonna. Okay.
Wonderful. Good decision of MBL to relax there for a second and react calmly. The tower project of MBL, though, on the right hand side has been cancelled as I see it. Crossbowmen of Dogao are ready to fight back.
I.
MBL clicks up, Eddie is up already. Let's see how this is gonna go.
It's yeah. Miguel's in big problems with Indians.
Yep, that seems more than tough. Nikov is doing a great job. And yeah, I love this +3 on the camels, which it's not too much. It's still very relevant in my eyes. Just makes them more durable, TC fire and stuff like that, towers. Especially because it doesn't have any archer upgrades or anything like that, obviously. So that is that. Fire also going for some sniping here. He is gonna arrive to Eddie's base very soon. There's a lot of crossbowmen walking around the map. Such a huge map, so much time. But still, they're going to be able to reach a couple of tough spots of their opponents and create drama there. Looking very, very promising for outsiders.
Yeah. Yeah. The only good thing is that Dogao is booming a bit and got really good resources. Only needs some more gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be awesome if he just saved more gold. He has more gold to the front to think about the sides as well, maybe. But that is something we'll have to pay attention to in a minute because I'm wondering what Nikov is going to do right now because as you can see, just with this camel strolling around, we don't see too much action coming from, or aggressive action from Heresy, just Dogal once again in front of Nikov's base. But Nikov is walling up, even stonewalling, knows that it's getting very tough right now, needs to retreat. Sniping is starting. Two vills being sniped inside of Nikov's base. What are the others doing? Miguel Zin wanted to place a TC, by the way, that has been denied by MBL. I cannot even believe that he's still up with towers and dealing so much damage.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, the Gao is to Imperial.
Yeah, not a big surprise. Not a big surprise with Civ that he has chosen. He could go for Arbalest. Just wonder what else he is currently up to. He's on stone, by the way. Okay. Well, castles will be an option as well. I mean, he needs to make use of the Imperial Age after all, so I'm curious what he's going to do with that. Besides that, it seems very chaotic here. And we don't see too much from Eddie. Wants to go for a broom. At least it seems like that. I guess we won't expect too much aggression from him anytime too soon.
MBL is even making a barracks of a siege workshop next to Miguel, his base.
Mm. That's going to be interesting. I mean, just point out also by GPN here, Eddie is laming resources, just as a side fact here. He's walling in some stones. Okay, he's just making use of the tournaments settings that he's in, right?
Eddie is doing 5 town center boom, which is
Yeah,
really what they need right now.
Yeah, it will take a lot of time until he's back in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of time, actually. So we'll have to wait a bit more until we see.
Yeah. Incas are so good versus Indians. But yeah.
Yeah, there will be a lot of time for the Indian pair to play, though, because we won't see too much from the Incas right now. I mean, at least considering what Eddie's doing, that will take a lot of time. So this is going to give Nikov a lot of space to actually make use of. And he's going to the left. Most likely, what exactly is going to do with this army now? He's just going to go for Eddie. That kind of route. Interesting. And MBL, Pikeman, Mangonels, his type of gameplay. I always tell him he is one of the best smushers in the game. He doesn't like to admit it, but yeah, his Mangonel and Pikeman game and Monk game just often on fleek. But we'll see how exactly that's going to turn out. Camels also finally starting to raid Eddie's economy here. And he has a critical amount, Nikov. He will be able to take down cities like that.
Indian camels got the bonus versus buildings.
Exactly.
They shred, yeah.
They just go through it really fast.
Look at Eddie building another town center just to get the double amount of arrows.
Wow. I mean, fair enough. At this point, he probably has... Oh, he didn't even have too many vills, I guess, in the first CC. But yeah, you're right. Just to have its double amount of, arrows here. Interesting decision. I am not entirely sure if that is going to work out well. Because even though the numbers of camels are dwindling, the TCs are also crumbling here. And that is another set of vills just dying brutally. Yep. Just brutally. And also for Miguel Zin, still very grim situation. The guard towers of MBL so helpful for Fire to actually deny some wood lines easily. Mangonels are being added. Only Dogao is the hope of Team Heresy in this game, it seems.
No.
But is that gonna work?
It's not fast enough. Oh, and Fire. Oh, I thought Fire would do a really good sneak.
Yeah.
But he's going back.
We'll check out. I mean, at least Miguel Zin is raiding as well. But that's not comparable to what has actually happened to his base. He's sitting on 81 vills. Nikov on 116. This is still very striking in my opinion that Fire is sitting on 62 vills. That's actually 10 less. Oh, wait a sec, even more. Eddie is on 78 vills currently. It's interesting. Fire seems to also
Yeah.
have a very tough time here. He's constantly being raided. But yeah, is Dogao's efforts here enough to actually save his team? He's currently just dealing with a single opponent, whereas Nikov and MBL are doing a lot of work altogether.
Yeah.
A tough situation. Guard towers, mangonels, pikemen. Annoying, but extremely effective. That's looking very grim. I mean, MBL did a great job to actually keep Miguel Zin's villager count so low. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just currently watching how everything is about to crumble because look at these camels now inside of Eddie's base. Very soon they will find a couple of targets as well, and then what? We don't know.
Yeah, Indians are really strong here on this map.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true actually, right? You could just go for these TCs that are very far away, they are very tough to be protected, and then you can make use of the bonus that you have with your camels and shred them down like that. And he is going to Imperial Age, by the way, but he has only 2 military. He has Incas. I'm not too optimistic considering his impact on the game in a few minutes. All is based on Dogao here. That will be very, very tough. He's only on
Yeah.
Arbalest, a couple of trebuchets. That will be very slow push. He might be able to deal with fire easily, but you know, in a 3v3, it's not all that matters.
Eddie is on the way to Imperial, but he doesn't have any good resources, so he's going pikeman for now. That's not really
Doesn't look
something
promising.
you.
Doesn't look promising.
Uh,
He's on stone now. So maybe he's gonna even add a castle. It could be interesting. Kamayuks and team games. I love to see him. You need some time until you get there, and currently everyone in his team, they need him. They need some help. They need some additional force. But I see Imperial camels. I see Miguel Zin who's getting ready. I see Miguel Zin who's losing a lot of vills. I see just so much brutality amongst the Heresy members.
yeah.
Such a weak economy now for Miguel Zin. And Nikov just playing out of his mind. 141 vills over
Yeah.
boom, and he's still pumping
There's
out.
yeah, they're so cheap, those fills for Indians.
Hmm. There we go. Eddie now in Imperial. He's adding a lot of barracks, not a castle. He's going for pikemen, 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 and battering around. Well, and in the meantime, Migazin is losing his main TC. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And he's not even
Nah.
Imperial Age yet, right? Nikov is an Imperial Age. Nikov has Imperial camels. What does Miguel have? 13 units. 7 knights, 5 pikemen, 1 monk.
Yeah. And MBL is going for Imperial as well, but he's going for the right unit for Eagles.
Yeah, exactly. Eagles. I mean, of course, he still needs that castle for Koreas, but Eagles, they will have a nice impact. They will raise really annoyingly, and Eddie about to lose another TC, by the way. Could be denied.
The Gao going for Elite Karambit Warriors.
Nice. Nice. See it right there, Elite Karambit Warriors. That could be useful, but it's still, once again, just focusing on fire over here. I mean, I get his point. If he lets go, fire is gonna strike back maybe at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, what to do?
He can't really do damage to the pocket as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Nah, it's impossible at this stage. Nikov's just playing his game. I mean, Miguel at this point, just taking off the game entirely. He won't be able to come
Yeah.
back into this game easily. Not at all, in my opinion. And now with MBL's Elite Eagle Warriors, really beautiful, nearly fully upgraded. Of course, they're still missing a couple of major upgrades, but they can just be added. The number, very impressive already. 22 Elite Eagle Warriors spreading out into every direction. They will not be able to withstand this. There's no more way. There's no more way.
No. It's over indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. At this point, once again, just watching until it happens because I wonder how long they consider playing this game, Heresy, because this is... How do they plan to come back? The pocket is not in the game anymore. We have frequent raids of Imperial camels constantly being taken down. Not looking too healthy. In my opinion, Eddie even, stabilized himself, had himself stabilized for a few minutes or so. But that is shifting again. We see forward barracks of MBL. Such an ease that he is presenting to us. With which he's just placing those barracks and Nikov adding light calves. Yeah. I really wonder if Lan is gonna come back tonight.
No, I don't think so. If he
Probably
said he's leaving, yeah.
Yeah, he's leaving, so I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a very, very tough game for that. I mean, very tough series and all in all. This situation. Also psychologically speaking, I don't even want to talk down Eddie here. That's not my point. But seeing how the replacement, it could be even someone else. It could be even, I don't know, take whoever you want. But if you see that he comes in and they lose the game like that, psychologically speaking, I know, I would then feel, am I the reason why we lost this game now? Because before we won, and will the game be like that again? I have to prove myself, and all of a sudden you could make some mistakes, some irrational mistakes. So I hope that this, of course, not gonna happen, but they must work a lot now to get out of this. It's only 1-0, and it seems to be a 1-1, the equalizer from outsiders. There's a lot of work needed to win this series. Really. I like the effort of Miguel. He's just trying and trying, and MPL at this stage only is neglecting, losing Vils. Due to a couple of 2 knights actually. But, seriously.
Ooh, that's a lot.
The score tells also a big story over here. Dogao has 12k, his teammates 6k each.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, at this point, only waiting for it. I mean, what do they expect? I mean, the thing is, we're past the 45-minute mark. Obviously, we see some trade now. Some trade, at least in the making, idea-wise.
I don't know why they didn't call it yet. Maybe Dogao is telling that fire is dead as well, or something like that. But no, they should know it's over right now.
Especially Miguel Zin needs to realize this because, yeah, I mean, he has been rated so hard. He can't imagine. He's up against Nick. I mean, I estimate both of them equally strong when it comes to their impact as a pocket in the game. And if one of them knows, I got rated completely, I lost all my military. Right now he's sitting on 29 units, though he's trying his best. What I'm gonna say is, it's just that you know that your opponent is gonna be far, far ahead, and on top of this one, he has a decent civ, which are the Indians. Of course, they will have millions of Imperial camels strolling around. So yeah, let's finish it off. Accept it.
Yeah.
Go for the next game.
Yeah, that would be better.
That would be better, I guess. But now we are to witness this. We are to witness this. Eddie is on 29 population here. 35 population, 29 of which are villagers. Dugao is expanding quite nicely, right? But he's trying to help out his buddies over here. He's taking the entire right-hand side, which is, at the moment, at least, a reason for outsiders not to consider the right-hand side as a position for their markets, but that instead they have taken the position of Eddie. We see how MBL has placed his markets over there. They're just going to take that side to make the trade work. And that is absolutely fine. It works for them.
Yeah. It should be really over, but only Dogao is still healthy. But Miguel is doing Bosa now. That's not
Nice,
good as
nice,
well.
nice. I'm just checking out where the one villager. We have the one villager over here.
Yeah, they're still not giving up. They even gonna send some resources to Eddie. Yeah, look at the middle. That's just a massacre.
For real, I was about to laugh here, but at the same time, I tried to, not to do it. In the end, it still happened. What is this, man? Come on. At this
Yeah.
point, man, stop it. Just go for the next game. I mean, wow. By the way, thanks for the Twitch Prime on behalf of VO. Keep in mind, guys, going for the subscription is going to increase your chances for the raffle. Work out the way you want it to be. Yeah, let's go. Let's make that happen. Type an exclamation mark raffle for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. We'll actually announce the first winner to receive that Steam key. Half an hour. Maybe until then, the game is going to be over. Maybe until then.
Fire is going Cavalier, but he got like 3 villages on gold. And he doesn't have any gold left, so I don't know about that.
Yeah. Trying it.
Okay.
He's also placing markets now, I guess, and
Yeah.
it's getting awkward here. It's getting slightly awkward.
Yeah. It's slightly.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, look at the middle, man. Look at the middle, please. I beg you, AJ. Look at the middle.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Like, I really don't get it. How Heresy still thinks there's a way out. It's making a wonder.
Oh my god, but he's
That's
placing a
too fun.
wonder, man. It's. I mean, I don't even blame him. I don't even
No.
blame him because it is just a response. Of course, you are the bigger man if you don't respond that way, right? But you can't even be mad at him at this stage. He's building a wonder onto the middle of the map, and that is a statement.
Yeah.
That is a statement. And
Like,
Eddie is saying thank you here. That's, I guess, the team chat. I don't know.
this is just weird. It looks like now they are really trying to get Lamb back or something like that.
Right.
They
Doesn't
really
it?
want to.
Doesn't it? It looks
It
really
seems
shady.
like it, yeah. Yeah, this is just too weird.
You get, guys, you're waiting for Lambert Khan. It's getting late. There we go, man.
Oh
This
my
is
god, yeah, they
unbelievable.
really do this. Oh, that's not cool.
That's not cool, man. That's not cool. And yeah, anyway. I mean, if this was my channel now, AJ, you probably know I would, say some stuff now. But okay, I guess. I won't say it full stop, but damn, man, what a situation are we in? Historical disrespect in this tournament coming from both sides, initiated by Team Heresy, responded by the outsiders. It's GG. And they resign Miguel, the first one, to leave it be. Whereas the last one to resign is GG, well played. And that is it. Oh yeah. Okay, so here we are. It's bugged. Fire the rejoint. Okay, what is it? Is it bugged now or is it? Oh no, they just rejoined the lobby. So that was just a conversation beforehand. We'll start. This is game number 3. of the semifinals of Rise to Glory. DemEyesRed being joined by Angelina Jolie, aka AJ. And on the left hand side of this map, we start with Fire as the Italians. His pocket is going to be Nikov with the Vikings. And on the right hand side, we have MBL with the Malay. The other side consists of Lan with the Japanese, middle section pocket position Hans Miguel Zian. Last but not least, we have Dogao with the Italians. All right, so this is interesting. This is very interesting. Vikings pockets.
Yeah, it's like two teams. One will go more for land in the end, and the other one will go more for the water.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Especially with the
Yeah.
Huns, there's a guarantee that something will happen on land pretty fast. If I recall correctly, Heresy had Huns in their previous game on this map as well, and they've been very, very successful with that one. So it might be just a repetition of the past. I'm curious to what is going to happen like that, but they will be up against some tough opponents. On the left-hand side, we have Togao with Italians versus Fire Italians. So it seems equal, but we are up against someone who's fantastic on water. That is going to be very, very tough. But Togao is also someone not to underestimate at any point in the game. Very interesting. And right inside, we have Japanese versus Malay. Now, that is an interesting one. That's the faster uptime. And then we have the sick economy of the Japanese, very persistent, quite strong. I don't know. Who do you favor on the right hand side then? Civ wise, especially.
Well, I think Malay, especially when Lan will build his docks in front. So Malay can be really quick to the fish of Lan.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
true.
end, in the end, Japanese should be better, but
Yeah,
we'll
might be
need to
a.
see about that one. I think the strategy plan for Heresy will be the sides will just annoy as much as possible. Like they know they not gonna win water at the end, so they're gonna try to kill as many fish as they can, or at least hold them off as long as they can.
Yep.
And they need to abandon their island at some point. Like if Vikings like around 19, 20 minutes, they need to go, I think, to the land as well. Like a 2v1 with Malay or Italians together with Vikings, you can't win that on your own. So I think they go maybe a bit. Yeah, it will be hard to see. They will go hard at the beginning, but later on,
Yeah.
not. I think. Well, let's see.
Yeah, that could be very much the case. With just keeping in mind also that this is the whole map of Heresy here. That this is pretty much, I strongly assume, a very, very strategic procedure now from them. They've studied this and they will just, I mean, at least from that point of view, hopefully be successful. We'll see how that is going to go. So from
Oh,
Miguel's early landing could be very interesting. As I said, it's also the opposition not to be underestimated with the civs. The first ones to click up, and we have a difference here already. Fire is up 15 seconds earlier than his opponent, Dogao. And on migration, just as a quick recap for everyone who's not familiar with this map, you start on a little island, you have limited amount of resources, and the aim, at least in theory, is to migrate on the middle section where you have all the juicy part, including, as I always say, Drakons, aka the Komodo dragon, also on the map. And the thing about that one is you're spawned so close to your opponent on team games that there's no real, I mean, in many cases, no real home advantage when you just harass the opponent because you can reinforce with your own set of units so fast as well. So it might be very tricky to work on this map, but the more exciting it gets, and it might be very, very impactful that Fire is up first, especially as someone who's very, very familiar with playing on water.
well, a big thing is that NBL got a lot of struggles to get enough food. So Lan is even earlier up than a Malay player. He did
Wow.
idle a bit his town center, but he managed his economy way better.
Wow.
Like it was really a mess for MBL. He had
Mhm.
like 10 villages on berries just to get that food.
Yeah, that's awkward.
But it's not even that far behind, so that's 6 with melee.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, as you said it could have been the idea to go up as fast as possible and to harass the Japanese as early as possible, but seems to
Yeah.
be not the case. On the left-hand side, it has started now. As expected, Fire is up with his fire galleys first, and he's going to reach his opponent, who's now about to defend himself in a few seconds, and we have the first engagement in the game. Fire galleys versus fire galleys, and I expect the next set to arrive very, very fast. Fugao needs to retreat, take the villager, and repair his boats very soon. Otherwise, he's going to be heavily behind. And the second last to click up, by the way, is Nikov. Miguel has still not clicked up for the record. And on the right hand side, it seems quite promising for Lan, who is the aggressor, up
Yeah.
first and harassing the fishing boats
Ooh.
of his opponents.
Doing one more fishing ship as well. Be a little greedy, Lan. So he made a five fishing ship. Fifth, sorry.
Mm.
And he got 3 docks. Well, oh, MBL got 3 docks as well now.
Yeah, that seems okay. It's quite even. And MBL trying to shift the situation by utilizing his demolition raft. And it's currently working a charm because Lan is retreating here. What is this? The game has stopped for me? For you as well?
Yeah, for me as well.
Okay, good. Then I'm relieved. Also for the record, there were some very... oh, they're still here, those... turkeys. I just wonder... these are the ones of Miguel Zin. There we go. There's some turkeys.
Yeah.
And they're used in order to go for some scouting as well. And the first one to do that is Miguel Zin. Just for the record. And this is it. Just some back and forth on water. Both sides want to be as conservative as possible. Sometimes one player gets more aggressive, tries to harass the other one, and also harm the economy, the fishing economy. We'll check that one out. For the records, fishing eco-wise, the pocket players, Nikov with 18 fishing boats, and his opponent with 22 fishing boats. Doesn't.
Yeah, really sick.
Oh, that's a lot. And Migazin immediately going for Loom. Transport ship is ready. 2 vills are marching forward. Also forwards transport ship activity by Nikov. I cannot spot it yet. There is there we go.
Fire got some fire ships on Miguel. That's really clever. They know they're gonna go for land, so you need to harass those very fast.
Oh, that's actually quite a good idea to actually. Okay. So they just want to prevent this one from happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're gonna find out how the things are gonna work out for them in a few seconds. Nikov gonna reach Castle H first, by the way. That is gonna give him the chance to drop a TC first as well. Could go for a more aggressive stance as well, but Migazin dropping a barracks, by the way. I assume that he's gonna go for knights in the beginning. Could also go for calf archers. We'll see. Oh yeah, and sick KD for fire, by the way. 13-1. Kill death ratio.
Lan
Yeah.
doesn't see the fires by fire.
Sneaky stuff. Super unfortunate for him.
Oh, Lan still doesn't notice.
Now he has noticed.
Now, I think. No,
Yeah.
he sees now. Okay, good.
That's still awkward. Unnecessary.
No.
There we go. It's interesting where Nikov has landed, by the way. He's taken the very much southern part of the whole main island to drop his docks over there and houses. And also the same thing on the left-hand side. Finally placing a TC right towards the middle. In front of that hill with the gold. Whereas Miguel Zin is still marching forward and drops a TC on the
Two
other side.
TCs. Yeah.
2 TCs indeed. 3 TCs. Okay, I didn't see that one.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
Well, that's gotta be some boom incoming. Or at least
That's
some
good. Like,
safety as well.
Lan already got 8 villages to the main island, so they know what's up. Like, Vikings gonna dominate water now, so
Yeah,
let's bring the fills already.
exactly. Just bring them to safety.
Ah, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Nikov is not building any army. He's going for a fast Imperial.
Oh yeah, true. Look at these resources. He's about to click up in a few seconds. Does he have the buildings? University?
He's making a university.
Yeah,
Aye.
where's the monastery then? Wait a
There's,
sec. What is it? Wait a second. Pass them
yeah.
into. That's the
I
main idea.
think he's going a lot of stone, so probably.
Just some
Uh,
Zergs and Trebuchets?
yeah, I think Berserk, yeah,
Hmm.
sounds like if he can control that middle where he's already on. You see that big hill?
Yeah, yeah.
If he controls that, it would be amazing. Oh my
Oh,
god, Miguel's making the 5th town center already.
just we also need to keep in mind each team has Italians on their side, right?
No.
So their team bonus could matter here as well. And knowing that Vikings got quite some tanky infantry, be also an interesting combination. Instead of just Zergs and Trebuchets, what about, well, Condos and Trebuchets? Also nice. Let's check it out. Gazin has
Oh,
spotted his opponent, by the way.
yeah, this is really cool by Clever to change threat like that. Like Lan, if Lan really committed, he would have probably won versus MBL or something like that, or the fight would still go on. But like, it's not their plan, right? So
Yeah.
they just give up, and yeah, it's so awesome that Nikov went for a fast castle.
Yeah. Fast imp as well. There we go. The
Fast
castle
imp,
about to
yeah,
go up.
yeah.
But what about that mangonel, man? What about that mangonel? Okay, that was the first successful connection, but the castle's gonna go up for sure. He just wants to reduce the damage. There we go, and the castle is up.
Yeah.
Extremely important, super impactful right now. Very tough situation to deal with. There is a castle on the hill. You got a siege workshop. You're producing some mangonels. Mangonel that is going to be taken out in a few seconds,
Yeah.
and that is some wasted material as well. And indeed, the whoa, I just said a bug here. The berserks are being pumped out now, and that is something that will be, well, more or less a problem, a huge problem.
Really big problem.
Now, what to do
Like,
right now?
they have zero army. Like, yeah, they called it
They
already.
call
Like,
GG.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah, it was really clever by them.
wow.
But they don't waste any time.
They just made
That's good.
space for they just gave us some time for the raffle, you know?
Yeah. They could
Wow.
have done this with Eddie.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, I know for sure that the outsiders watched the games from them and just knew a perfect thing to counter them. This was just perfect to counter that whole threat.
Damn. Really impressive. Then let's go back here.
This version is with the cows.
Yeah, about that. I mean, well, yeah, well, I always have a
So
special thought about this, but okay, fair enough. So, um, maybe I just introduce the players and then we'll have a very nice talk. Land on the right hand side with the Britons. Pocket is gonna be Dogao with the Khmer, and then we have Turans, bottom on the left hand side. Sorry, with the wait. Britons, Khmer, and Tudors for Miguel Zin. Nice. Then on the other
Ah,
side, we have Fire with Aztecs. Pocket is going to be Nikov Spanish. And right inside, we have MBL Tudors. Okay. Any thoughts?
I love that they go for Britons just to counter uh, the Spanish player as well with the Kongs.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they got two. Maybe even the Teuton player can do something aggressive as well with towers, maybe. But like Khmer and Britons is a really strong combination.
Mm. Yeah, Tudors, man, that's the thing. Conversion resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you get that, well, before we talk about anything else, I just want to see what Fire is doing here. Because he's stealing a boar, but Miguel spots this on time and actually is able to deny it. Fire needs to retreat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, really nice.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Really good for Miguel Zin. And at this point, of course, I'm happy because this would be, now I'm psychologically cheering for the loser, currently loser, because then we have a longer game. This is why I might sound very excited. But okay, yeah, Tudors, slow-paced game. They need, they must not be in a lot of space. They just need that thin area where they can function. They must not be surrounded. I think hideout for that one is quite adequate. But you are right. You could also go for some super aggressive gameplay and make use of that tower bonus that you have. Maybe. And
Maybe. Yeah.
then, yeah, Aztecs also strong Civ. Much. I mean, what you want to do is you can go for a lot of beautiful things. Meaning, for instance, your monastery gameplay with your monks. You could pair that with even more interesting aspects. For that, though, I want to see their uptimes as well. How much they will do for their fast castles, how many villages, and so on. But Khmer,
Oh,
that might be also a strong pick.
yeah, that's for sure. Maybe they only picked Teutons just for the team bonus versus monks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's really great for Heresy that they picked that. It doesn't matter a lot for the outsiders. Oh, and Nikov is stealing a board
Wait, where does he steal? Oh,
from Miguel.
okay. Ambitious. Does he
I,
want to bring
I,
this to fire though? I guess so.
yeah, he will. Oh, that's really sloppy by Miguel
Yeah,
to
to
let
allow
that
this one
happen.
a second time, basically, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Nikov doing? Okay, now he's going there. He's going there. And yeah, that's gonna be just fine. Everything's safe. That's great pocket play, right? That is
Yeah.
the support. MBL clicking up. He has the Teutons. He is
Yeah.
MBL after all, and he has 8 villagers on stone at the moment. And he's sending another 3. And these
Yeah.
additional 3 will take the stone, I strongly assume, and the other 8 will build the towers. At least that is the game
Yeah.
plan. Or is it? Oh, no.
This is a viable strat.
Yeah. It is very, very toxic.
Lan is gonna scout it though.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably he doesn't see it yet, but in a few seconds, there we go. He has seen it.
Yeah.
That's that. He's saying, guys, I am getting trashed here by Embialito, and he's gonna drop that first tower most likely on that
Oh,
gold.
I
But
love this. Yeah, I love this a lot by Lan.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
awesome.
love this.
He's
Like
striking back.
it's all about not letting the first tower up.
Exactly. It's of course easier said than done, but with this pure aggressive movement, it is definitely possible. In addition, Elan wants to go for man at arms anyway. He could
Yeah.
theoretically go for his own set of towers. They're doing with that tower, by the way. Fair enough. Okay, let's accept that for a second. We have a villager war on the right hand side. Left hand side seems
Really
calm for the
nice.
record. What is that Vil gonna do? He's gonna take that fight. Ah, that's the idea, but that's a bit too early. Dragging the Vils back to the tower. It's a bit awkward, that fight. 6 Vils versus 7 it was. Meaning that theoretically Lan makes less or suffers from less inefficiency, economy-wise. And with the militia involved, soon to be men-at-arms, it will be even more of a troublesome situation for MBL. He is now garrisoning all of his vills inside of that tower.
Please land. Yeah, close, close. Yeah, yeah. Do that, please. We want to see that. Yeah, that's already nice.
That's the payback. That's the payback. I mean, it's not as perfect as MBL's moves, or he could still wall this one off, by the way, right?
Oh, nice.
Wow.
It's really nice by Nikov.
Just for the record, left-hand side, militias and walling attempt by Migazin has been cleaned up. It seems that Fire will... Is that a Dresh of this with casual 5 militias? Well, with Aztecs, okay. And yeah, that's that. Actually, MBL is successful here, right? With that payback move.
Oh, yeah, that's really great.
Wow.
By MBL again. Ay.
What? How on earth was he successful with that one? Did he lose a single Vil, dude? He has more Vils than before. So. Wow. He didn't. He's on a 6-0 KD, 7-0 KD. Don't mess with the god of laming, the god of toxicity, man. This is a legendary moment. Unbelievable. Able to actually deal with this. It looked like he's gonna suffer a lot from this move. With a very questionable first tower, he still shifted the momentum completely into his favor and now sitting on 7-0. Whereas Lan has lost 7 units. Many of which being villagers here. Wow.
Yeah, it's three fills behind MBL now.
Left hand side, missing 100 times the action. Well, I have mentioned what has happened on the left hand side, so please don't be so toxic. But fair enough. I only have, one pair of eyes to look at this. Still, I'm glad that we've seen this one and more stuff incoming still from MBL. I love it.
I think Lan will just go now for a tower and longbowman, something like that. I think his first plan was to man it on into archers, but I think MBL will go to Dogao now. Or not? Yeah, I think so.
I think probably is just regrouping because he has forced those defensive towers from Lan. And now he can move on, but probably Dogao is going to be anticipating this. Seeing that aggressively scouting unit.
Yeah, but he doesn't have anything. Like, if he had a stable, it would have been perfect, but he doesn't have anything.
Oh my god, man, look at the left-hand side. Oh god, awkward. That wall is not going up.
Oh, man. Oh, that...
Wow. Okay. I guess it will be close, right? It won't? Okay.
Oh, he closed it now, yeah.
My goodness.
It will cost him something, but... Oh, this for Dogao a nightmare. Like, he wants to just boom quietly.
Yeah, but he won't be given that chance.
Oh, and his gold is there. It's disaster for him.
Yeah, it's awkward. I mean, he needs to boom. What else do you want to do on Hideout with Khmer Pockets? I mean, you need to make use of their strength in the later part of the game, but you will not be given that chance. Not with the almighty MBL sitting on an 11-0 KD currently. But now, the first blood being drawn, it seems. The quick wall's not there in time. One will down. That's the first will down for him. Most likely he's going to be able to deal with the incoming scouts though. The vills of Dogao joining as well. The tower is going to go up regardless. That's that. And the Conquistadores of Nikov now on the way as well. And the right hand side is not fault. Just saying. But Lan is doing his own thing here right now. Just for the record as well. Sneaky vills, 4 to be exact. What is that going to be about? He's on stone after all.
He's got a wall. Oh, Nikov is already there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, MBL is doing the perfect thing for his team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's sacrificing a lot, and normally you would say, "Wow, you're just gonna do these things, and your other teammates are, dying for you because you leave them behind." But he is doing the right things for his team. You're right. I mean, so much damage.
Another thing, look what Lan is doing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, with those vills, right?
yeah,
I wonder what that is because he just placed a lumber camp. I asked myself, is that a tower? Is he saving up for a castle? He's not on the way to Castle Age. Um, I have no
yeah.
idea. Is
What
that a
is
safe
his
wood
plan?
line?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not entirely sure where this is going, but this seems to be a very, very strong game once again from the outsiders. Since Nikov is there with his Kongs, he will snipe vills with ease. These Kongs currently without any upgrades, any notable upgrades, but still there. Kongs impacting cast stage is insane. By going for Eagle Warriors and he's gonna siege tower
Oh,
up.
yeah. I like that.
Yeah, me too. So nice.
It's not really worth it, I think, especially when Miguel just got a stable going for knights.
Yeah, yeah. And going with Mangonels against Kongs, I'm also not the biggest fan of that. Um, I understand that the philosophy behind this, but ah, ah, it won't work like that. Fortunately, snipes of these Kongs once masked up is insane.
Oh, maybe Lan just put those villages there just for later on. Like MBL is walling it off, so they think they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
safe.
Yeah, probably that's the idea. It's a huge
R-
investment once again, though, if you ask me. I mean, look at the field age time of LAN here.
yeah.
Then again, though, MPL is also behind, but then again, he's doing a lot of work, or he has done a lot of work. Now it's Nikov's time to clean up everything else.
All things considered, Dogao is doing a great job. Still got the most villages in the game.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So that looks promising still. Togao is defensively active, to say the least, making sure that his economy will be strong enough, hopefully for him, in order to supply him with whatever is required, deal with his opponents. But it's a tough thing because they now need to overcome Nikov here. It's easier said than done. And the left hand side is also not too beautiful as not only Eagle Warriors but also villagers have hopped over, as it seems. Yeah, true that. And more barracks are going to be added, which means that Miguel is going to deal with some Eagle Flood. For that one, he utilizes his own Knights, question mark, as it seems. I mean, okay,
Ah,
well, trade's okay in the beginning, but he's sending it actually to the right hand side, probably to help out his buddy in the middle.
oh, he's going for 4 TC boom, Lan.
Yeah, he's doing it. I mean, normally you say with the Britons, you don't even need that, but if you do it, it's going to be insane. But I don't think that Lan had a good start anyways, so he's going to be very, very slow. I mean, look at his Vil count, 38 Vils. Even MBL is sitting on 41, and he's now in Castle Age. But Dogao's boom, very, very beautiful. 81 Vils. And he's going for that relieving castle.
Yeah, really strong how he's doing this.
Keeping us cool.
Oh, he's floating wood though.
It was actually a mixture of Eagle Voice and Pikeman over here on the left hand side, by the way. Actually a super smart move because now he cannot utilize his knights at all on the left hand side. Wondering what he's actually up to anyway.
Yeah, Fire's doing a good job.
Fire has now spotted Lance lumber camp, secret lumber camp.
Yeah, oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, that sucks. These vills are gonna die. Nikov is also spreading out with a new set of vills, going to Imperial Age, by the way. And it seems that he's gonna drop another
So,
castle very soon.
yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, what now? I just wonder. Your opponents are superior right now in this very position. And how are you gonna deal with that? Do you just do your best to keep Dogao alive and that he's gonna come back into this game at some point with a super strong
Mm,
economy? Or how does it work now?
it's really hard.
Hmm.
Like, the big winner overall is Nikov, I think, like untouched, just killed some fills with some conks, didn't overcommit or something like that. Like NBL did so much for his team.
Yeah.
Like Lan couldn't do much, Dogao is set back a lot. Fire is doing a great job as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Late wheelbarrow, by the way, but he has Aztecs. All good, all safe. Lan is also going for that castle on the right hand side of his base. Make sure
no,
that his gold is going to be claimed back. Because, you know, if you are. I mean, he has the gold, but at some point he needs to make sure that he has the territory. He will be up against some castles himself, and very soon not only castles, but most importantly trebuchets, and then potentially also elite kongs. Very, very difficult now because Lan's economy already in a very bad shape, and he is not even, you know, he is clicked up now. Okay, good for him, but tricky,
no.
very
Oh,
tricky.
he really needs some more time. So
Migazin also suffering a lot up against pikemen, eagles, mangonels. The knights are
yeah,
crumbling towards the end. The purpose of the pikemen completely visible at this stage, and on top of this one, siege units just going in as well. Now he needs the help of someone here. Dogao is the closest, but is he going to have the time for that one? Not having clicked up. Um, insane on the gold at the moment. Really not ideal.
Nikov is so active still with his conks. Yep, the guy clicked up though.
Yeah, at last he bought some stuff on the market, I reckon. Even though he's still heavy on gold. For real, it's what now? I mean, Lan, he's gonna lose that castle very soon. He could, once he gets, of course, Arbalest, Kongs will become obsolete here. He needs more castles, he needs his own trebuchets. Easier said than done. You're gonna lose that castle very soon.
No, like if Lan can hold on his own, it's still fine.
Yeah,
Then the Gao can help. Uh,
yeah, he
he
can help
can
an
help,
already
but
near dead Miguel Zin here, right? That's pretty tough.
yeah, fire is almost imp.
Yeah. Man,
Like
that's so tough.
Khmer needs to go for elephants.
Said we see that siege tower of fire just strolling around the base of his opponents, not caring about anything here. And yeah, as you said, it's Khmer needs to go for the elephants. It'll take some time, but it's GG before anything
No.
else. Good game, clean game, strong performance. MBL potentially the MVP for having the dirtiest hands because he has worked
No.
a lot here to make this happening. And Nikov with a great follow up. Fire also did a lot of work on the left hand side, kept Migazin busy, and in the end won that 1v1 actually, right? He went into
Yeah.
Migazin's base and that was it. Um, good performance. That is
Yeah,
gonna
really good.
change the score into 3-2-1. And we'll quickly go out of the game. And we are on a water map. Jokes aside, we are on Oasis. And I'll just start once again with the civilizations, bottom, the right hand side flank, Mongols player, MBL, pocket player is gonna be, wait a second, there we go, that's Nikov here with the Slavs. Left hand side we have a fire with the Celts. On the other side we have, yeah?
Oh yeah, no. Continue, continue.
Okay, I was going to say maybe you spot the boar lame off the time. We just have a Scald War, by the way. Okay, okay. They're actually deciding it. Look at this one. Look at this one. Is anyone gonna retreat from this fight? It looks so equal, but theoretically, blue should win this one. The red side. Okay, red has won. Okay, 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 okay. Interesting. So, on the right hand side, we have Lan with the Chaos, the Pocket Player, Indians, Miguel Zian, and last but not least, we got Dogar with the Ethiopians. If we have 1v1 situations, we'll have to discuss a couple of civs here, but Fire is stealing that board successfully. In the
No.
same situation, is it going to happen on the right hand side, or did I just, well, it cannot happen anymore. So, that is interesting. Or
Oh.
stolen. Wonderful.
Good thing for Lan as well is that MBL lost his scout.
Mm-hmm.
They had a scout war and Lan got 3 HP left. So it's really good for Lan.
Yeah, I always
I
thought
think
that if that's it looks so synchronous, right? I thought then blue should win this one. Oh no, it's not that. That's not the case because the colors are pre-chosen. Oh wait, I don't know. No, it's actually you know that thing about Scout Wars, the one that is actually spawning higher in the lobby. Wins synchronous fights. Actually, I don't know if you heard about this on it.
oh yeah. And it's better for laming, etc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, in this case it didn't work. I guess because the colors were chosen on purpose, and it might be that the first player had a different color than. Oh yeah,
It's not about the colors.
it's the
It's
position they
about
spawn, right? I mean, in the
yeah,
lobby, if you're
in
top,
the
the
lobby. Yeah,
first
yeah,
player,
yeah.
and so on. This is lobby slot. That's the word I was looking for. Um,
But yeah, I think Heresy got the better civs now. Like Ethiopians are really solid. Indians can counter. Slavs are really good now. Like Indians counter Mongols like perfect. Even Mangodai can't deal with elite camel.
hmm,
Oh, and Lan loses a villager to the boar. That's really
oh, that
unfortunate.
sucks. That sucks. I mean, you have an
Oh, and he's
advantage.
killing two sheep as well. Oh my god.
Inefficient. They got a lot of extra resources, so maybe it's just okay. But losing Will, of course, is never a good thing, especially if you're up against such talented players. I mean,
Yeah.
all of these players, it matters a lot. Little advantages matter a lot. It might be not as little. MBL going for Loom. He has Mongols after all. He's gonna make use of that early uptime of his. Interesting build order, by the way. Yeah, he's gone for the ostriches. Right. See,
Oh yeah.
that makes sense a lot. There we go. Going up for Feudal Age. His opponent Lan is going for Loom right away. And judging by his food count, he's not going to be able to pick up. So he gets that Loom to keep his forward vills alive. He also builds the barracks for the sake of his incoming militia with the Celts that is much expected. Question, of course, as usual, is are you gonna go for a Drush or a Man at Arms? In this case, it's a Drush, interestingly. Needs to hurry up with that walling, though. It's quite ambitious. Yell might be fast
Yeah.
enough. Oh yeah,
But
we'll see.
no, I won't be fast enough. Like that's the good thing for Lan as well. That he killed the scout already.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Oh,
absolutely
and
right.
Lan got 3 more sheep. He took it now. That's really good.
They're trying to get the best advantages.
oh, oh no! I thought he had barracks.
Well, the Drush is there. It's actually a fantastic Drush, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Speed-wise, keeping his opponent busy already. Quick walls here and there. That's how it's supposed to be. And you're absolutely correct. That wall seems to be complete very soon.
yeah,
Meaning that he's going to be safe. And once you have palisades up in front of you and you are the scouts player, you can't do anything with that one anymore. You're absolutely right by saying he has lost the scout. He cannot anticipate anything anymore. He doesn't even know what kind of wall is going to be in front of him
yeah.
unless he scans.
Yeah, it's really good for Lan. Now he can go to the other side, of course,
Yeah,
which
true
he
as
will
well.
do, I think.
Yeah, I guess he has to do that. Otherwise, it will be a waste of everything here. Left hand side, we will have a matchup consisting of Celts vs Ethiopians. And we'll start with men-at-arms into archers from Dogao. And it seems
Oh,
like the same, similar thing could happen from Fire as well, though he only has men-at-arms.
yeah. Let's see what they're gonna do.
They miss out. Look at this. Fire is actually sneaking. And the same can be said for Dogao. Archer range indeed, so both pairs for basically going for men-at-arms into
The same
archers.
thing. In,
Yeah.
it's like a Brazilian thing. Is this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Indeed.
this is not good for Dogao.
Oh
Oh,
my
they
god, he
glitched
even has
out.
deleted.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that is so unfortunate, man. Wow. Wow, simply wow. That's...
Yeah.
Come on, man. You cannot give it away just like that. Now, Dogao is even forced to go for some very, very necessary kills here, but instead he gets his scout killed. He doesn't pay attention. His men-at-arms are soon to be killed. Now regrouping with them and moving right inside. Okay, and also on the other
Oh, and he's
side,
gonna kill. Yeah, they're gonna kill it. Ay, 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 ay.
man, Miguel's just following, not even able to snipe that scout of Nikov. Right hand side, just for the record, of course, auto trigger MBL into crushing, build up
Oh,
some
and
walls.
he needs to delete his mail as well. Don't go.
Really? Oh my goodness, man. Why? Why? Is that just him being sloppy at this stage, or
No.
was it just perfectly played by Fire at this stage? I mean, he is tearing apart everything, killing so many scouts, keeping the archers busy.
Only good thing is that Ethiopians are so great.
Yeah, of course. I mean, economically speaking, they can be absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
But if Fire does it correctly, he will not give him the chance to do that. But if Dogao is quick enough, he could, of course, make use of his beautiful archers and win archer wars like that. But then the transition into
Yeah.
skirmishes, we'll see how that's gonna go. It's
Yeah,
actually,
like Dogao got better army right now.
yeah, number wise, composition wise, it could be very useful. Though Fire is going for skirmishes right away now. Just a few archers and now focusing on
Yeah.
skirmishes. No fletching yet, by the way.
And Fire made a second lumber camp now on the big wood. I don't get why he would build his first lumber camp to the side. But that doesn't really matter with Celts, but
Yeah, true.
it's not really great either.
Yeah, also the distance. Well,
Yeah.
happens, I guess. But now we have a huge clash on the left-hand side. A lot of parties are ganging up here.
Yeah.
See Dogao. See
Yes, this is
Azin.
perfect for
But
Heresy.
they need to make use of this. They are actually in a position where they must go for some action like that right now to
Yeah.
immediately kill a couple of vills to harass the economy, to even up things, and then to profit. In the meantime, of course, walling this left-hand side up is the main premise. Let's not be forgotten. Right-hand side is also... It's very interesting. I wouldn't have thought, but Lan has found a decent solution to the tower of MBL, which is a reason for him to
Yeah.
actually retreat. Good. Looking really good. Also, the Vil count for everyone somewhat acceptable. Only Dogao slightly behind. Gazin, the first one to click up. He has the Indians. Most likely we'll expect some camels from him. Decent
Yeah.
economy for that one as well.
He's gonna focus on Dogao's side as well.
For sure. It seems that Lan will not witness any more trouble the next time because MBL himself is going for a very defensive procedure. Thing about that one is though, it's very, very dangerous with the Mongols. If he, gets his Mangodai, if he gets some siege up, it will be problematic. And of course he's up against Celts, but I know, do you prefer the Mongols or Celts then on the right hand side?
In this situation, I prefer Lan his
Mm-hmm.
position. Like, oh, he's gonna stonewall MBL. He needs to go out already, Lan,
Mm-hmm.
to prevent him from doing that.
Yeah, he needs to hurry up, but
Yeah, well, he knows about it. He got 2 spears, so he
true, true,
knows
true.
he's still open, etc. Oh, and he sees the stone walls now. Now
Yeah,
he needs to go.
he needs to hurry up, do something. Castle
Yeah,
Age,
yeah.
fletching, everything is now working, but might be too late. Might be way too late to arrive there in time. It's not like he's gonna arrive there with the fastest units on Earth. And also, it seems that Fire is doing some good work. Ambitious walling, but actually successful. And it's gonna be Archer's War very soon. Crossbow War incoming as well. In the meantime, Miguel's in massing up camels. Right hand side, Lan is going up with a siege workshop. Aggression now, Team Heresy.
Yeah, left side's really good. Oh, it's perfect for Heresy. This. Ay. Fires, his archers will get cut off.
Yeah, most likely that is going to be the case, and also the
Uh,
helping troops of Nikov not adequate, not adequate.
and Fire is almost castle age, but he doesn't have any army left.
It's gonna be extremely tough for him to actually have an impact very soon. No crossbowmen. It's not gonna work out for him. And it is Heresy's time to do something. Also on the right hand side, for the record, there is Siege, there's crossbowmen. Very ambitious. I like this. It's the way how it's supposed to be, in my opinion. You are down 3-1.
Oh.
Score-wise, it's match point game. You know that you will lose and you will be out of the tournament if you just losing right now. So do everything,
Ooh,
but
this
this
is not
fight.
good for Heresy.
Oh,
Ay.
crossbowmen save the day. Wouldn't have thought so. And also the amount of knights, I mean bloodlines, and +2 of course.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And also 3 TCs, man. I'm surprised to see that many knights, to be honest.
Yeah, Slash is insane.
Yeah, it's just every time it surprises me, man. Just too insane. The hands of a good player. You can go for a boom, you can go for a nice amount of knights. And all of a sudden you can change the situation.
Yeah.
It's not even that many farms, right? 16 farms, but it's Slavs farms, 1.28 speed-wise.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's sick. We got a lot of food.
Well, let's see where this is going. Very, very difficult. Taking this fight, but Miguel Zin knows that he cannot stay for too long, giving Fire the opportunity to drop that siege workshop and claim that hill. And all of a sudden it will be Heresy defending. Lan is trying it, you know? There is a TC going up very soon. Nice quick
Ooh,
walls. Ooh, Mangonel's incoming. This might be a time for Reddit here. Reddit is incoming. Some Mangonel shots. But won't be happening, will it? Nice shots, okay, nice trades. All even. Well, not
just
too
in
good.
time.
Yeah, just in time. All safe. Nothing too terrible.
I love this by Fire. He's going pikes instead. It's really good.
Yeah, I think so as
Oh,
well. I mean, making
but
use
this
of.
timing, I think this timing is better for Heresy.
Well, let's see how this fight is gonna go for real. There are just not too many pikemen, so you're right. The timing might be quite
Yeah.
decent. Also, no upgrades on those pikemen. That be a very important thing. If Dogao snipes well, I still
Yeah,
see a
this
couple of
is.
pikemen.
Oh, that's a good hit. But yeah, this is perfect for Heresy.
Yeah, it could have been more ideal, but hey, it's
Yeah.
working. It's working.
Like if they went a minute later and there were more pikes in that, it
Yeah,
would have
the
been
camels would have
different
been
already.
ripped. Okay, so now it's important to actually not letting go, right? You just need to continue with the pressure.
Yeah. Lan just gonna boom up. It's gonna stonewall everything. Yeah.
I mean, he's now about to be surrounded by Magadai. Oh, that is not looking too lovely for him. Yeah, boom up. Got the Kells, so he can go for some decent boom. That's not the problem. So the castle will be nice as well for him to protect himself, because there's Siege that wants to talk to him. And on the left-hand side, still not decided yet, because Fire is messing up once again. A nice number of pikemen. He has Siege. He has the help of Nikov. A lot of micros needed by Team Heresy here. They could do it. They just need to snipe the right units and let the camels do the rest. Easier said than done.
They need to keep the hill. I don't know why they are leaving.
Maybe they feel too intimidated by pikemen.
Yeah.
The camels cannot stand there, maybe. Ooh, they're even completely leaving the area like
No.
that, okay? Because they just feel the lack of
No.
siege here. MNL is being produced. So for what price did they retreat now?
Well, it's fine. I think they just don't want to risk it.
Yeah, safe play, safe play. But how much time do they have? Looking at the resources here, so far I believe it's certainly not MBL, but Nico, for instance, could consider thinking ahead, but still investing, it seems, for Castle Age aggression. Iron casting also in the making. These camels, just with foraging, and the outside is about to go in. Each workshops, monasteries. Monasteries, of course, also a beautiful addition. To create a situation where they can just ignore, to a certain extent, camels, right?
No.
Heresy tries to strike back. Now with Siege, they feel more confident. Forward market also by fire. Beautiful. Let's see where that is going. Miguel also not letting go. Miguel, Zien, and Lan going for the next stage first.
Yeah, that's good for Lan. It's a long way still for MBL.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure. For
curious
sure.
where he will go for.
Tough, tough.
He
There
will
we
go
go.
for Onages, I think, and halves or something like that. Lan.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I mean, if he's up against Mango Dice like that, hope for some good shots.
No.
There we go. The engagement starting right now. A lot of knights, a lot of camels. Questionable move of Nikov. He needs to retreat. Needs to stay close to the pikemen, actually, and keep the Mangonel safe at the same time. That was a bad trade, in my opinion, but one Mangonel went down.
No.
Still very, very shy, both sides. Not ready to engage, as they know that they are going for the next stage here. Imperial Age, and that is going to build up some momentum for certain.
That castle by fire is so important. Like
Oh,
two
the hill.
golds,
Oh my god. Shouldn't
two
have.
golds of Dogao are there. Like Dogao don't has. Yeah, he got some gold in the back. But
This
yeah,
is
that.
difficult now. Must not do a single mistake here. If we look at the
Slavs.
economy also, just really quickly, 109 will Slavs, as you said it, man. Nikov, he has possibilities, and he's going for infantry as well, so that is going to be
No.
his technique.
Yeah, fire going on edges and both going halves. Yeah,
Interesting.
line going as well.
Yeah, that castle is so beautiful now. Up there on that hill. Now they need trebuchets. A lot of time for the outsiders to actually make use of their very situation that they're in. So much safety. Bangadai on the right hand side going in, but nothing too serious, I would say.
Nice walls.
Yeah, just in time. All safe, all safe. So, coinage by Migazin, by the way. We have to keep in mind in this tournament, you can only sling once you got those respective market upgrades. Otherwise, you can click on sling, but you will just burn the resources. They will not go anywhere. There we go. Another moment for engagement, it seems. Just a couple of halberd going down. Right hand side still not decided, but I see, finally, onagers. It might be that MBL will start to struggle here. Not too much military. It's not critical amount that he has. I like how Lan is actually claiming that area right now. He's spreading out right away. He actually could require a castle or TCs or anything like that because only mining camps make me anxious, but he's trusting his nice army. Siege workshop also, left hand side, still back and forth. They're coming dangerously close to each other. That next castle of Nikov is certainly too aggressive, at least from the point of view of Heresy. Trebuchet war has started, at least from one side coming. This Imperial camel. I feel that Heresy is given enough time, you know? They have just enough time to actually go for this. And look at what Lan is doing. What is MBL going to do about it? What does it currently produce? Just more and more siege. He now has onagers.
Yeah, but first onagers from Celts. MBL is doing drill. That's really good for the onagers.
Of course. Very nice. Some super fast-paced siege units. You're up against how many? 8 onagers and more incoming. Will be tough. And that hill is so convenient for outsiders though. Dealing so much extra damage. Will be very tough. At some point Heresy must go in there. Easier said than done. You have... How many helpers are there? Genuinely asking. Quite some, quite some. Holy moly. Yeah, you cannot just engage there. I didn't see if Nikov got Druzhina already, but has to be careful.
Oh, siege on edges. Aye.
Yeah.
You need to get... Yeah, this will be really hard.
I don't know, what about monks at this point? It's
Yeah,
Slavs, right? You can do that.
I don't know if they got the upgrade for it.
I mean, Slavs, they don't have heresy, for instance, right? And also no faith, if I recall correctly. So I think one of these guys maybe needs to consider...
So they need bombard cannons. But Nikov going for Drusinho now.
Man, what is happening to MBL, by the way, on the other side? Also not looking too healthy, but...
Lugao going for onages.
My God,
big
man.
fight.
Oh my God. How many units did he just lose there on the right hand side? Damn.
I didn't.
He has lost everything.
Yeah, siege onages. Aye.
Oh.
That's the thing. They're gonna hold the right side as well. With Mongols. Like he got 3 castles. Nikov got a sling as well.
Yeah, it's paused now, but people claiming that this might be even rage quit at this stage. I hope not, of course. But now it looks more than bad. I mean, Lan was, portraying a kind of safety here. That he was aggressive, he has pushed MBL far back, even though MBL was still greatly booming. But with the help of Migazin later on, it could have been very, very tough for MBL to withstand. Now having lost so much...
Like, Lan should go for siege onages as well. And make on the other side, but I think it's already too late for that.
Yeah. Well, is something gonna happen here at some point, or what? I mean, let me go back to the lobby here just to see if everything's safe. No one has actually left the lobby or so. No one has dropped. No GB.
Okay. Maybe they are just pausing the game a bit. I think they need some time to think, like, how
To what to
can
do,
we
man?
counter
Yeah.
this? How can we counter this? Like, Imperial Camel has literally done nothing yet. He can't fight it. At
Tough
some
one.
point they need, but
That's really tough. What now? What needs to happen on the left hand side? Something must happen. The Imperial Camels so far are not really effective. They need to talk. We need to talk, they say. Population wise, I mean, Lan is still in a somewhat decent spot, you would say. He also has a lot of military on his side.
well, Dogao going for torsion engines,
Mm-hmm.
so he got more blast damage.
Yeah. Never a big fan of that one, but if you land a couple of good money shots, right, you could deal a lot of damage, but it's extremely expensive.
Oh, yeah, they need to pick a fight
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen on the left hand side. Right hand side is
Imperial
not decided.
Camels joining the other side as well.
Exactly. So that was the big idea. If those siege units weren't gone, so many things would have happened. I'm still looking at the left hand side because there's a casual number of 6. Oh, nice shots by Dogal. At
Yeah,
least
good.
he's been killed by the trebuchets, but at least he was able to snipe a couple of SOs. More needs to be done. Way more needs to be done. And the game is over.
GB.
GB. Okay, I was gonna say.
Now
Okay,
that
let's
side.
see. Ooh. Okay, so this is very important. I hope they talked about this. I hope this is the result of that by saying, hey, there's some gap in between us, in between them and us. So we'll just fill in the gap with buildings, siege workshops, barracks, and so on. On the left-hand side, though, it looks so difficult. They must secure it. For that one, they drop castles, they drop siege workshops because they must keep it safe for the sake of trade. Check out if they're going to be successful. Furor Celtica for fire as well. Tough
Ooh,
times.
Dogao going for seats on edges.
Very expensive as well,
That's
but if you got the trade,
yeah, but you have to do something.
yeah, something must happen very soon. And it doesn't look like that. I mean, currently Dogal is just losing everything. Everything. His own base is gone. He needs to move to the back. Needs to get some additional wood income somewhere.
Lan only got one castle, so that's not gonna work either.
Lan wants to go for siege ram and it's just Albadias as it seems. He has his SOs.
Yeah, you got SO as well.
And Biel is gonna come to the left hand side now, by the way. Maybe he's gonna surprise some very ambitious siege units of Dogao, that is. Stone walls
Like
going up.
the thing now for Lan is wood raiders. Harps and wood raiders and siege on edges.
Right, I'm just...
Well, they stabilize a bit on the other side. Oh,
Yeah,
some
but you know...
really good shot on the mango die.
Oh, I just saw the second one. Yeah, I see a lot of low HP ones now. Well, that was very
Yeah.
important. Man, just 300 HP, roughly, on all of them together. Well, that might be a moment now. Strike back, man. Let's go. Trade is, by the way, over here. You can see it. Look at the
Yeah,
facts.
they're doing really good. Left side
They're
they're
killing
gonna take.
all the trebuchets.
Yeah.
So did torsion engines pay out? I guess so. I guess so. So much splash damage, man. Holy moly. Everything is gone. Everything is gone. And the Magadai, they can't engage anymore. They will just fall down.
Yeah, this is really good. This is their way back into the game.
For the record, MBL is currently cutting. Let's see.
Hi.
I mean, I've seen games being lost or won with cutting, so everything's possible.
Right, like with this Oasis, because it's so big on the sides, it doesn't really matter, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna take forever. Well, the only thing can be good is that the wood is running out for them
Yeah.
at some point.
I guess that's
But
maybe
there's
the
so
idea.
much wood.
He's just going there with a single SO, or with a single onager even.
And it will
Toxic.
cost so much micro as well.
True as well. Okay, okay.
With a Mongol player getting siege on edges as well. Oh, he's going in with the Mangodai, of course. That is really, can be really good.
Yeah. Super unexpected. I don't think that it will necessarily decide the game, but it could lead to a window of opportunity just to constantly build up on that very, very soon. Damn. Very good idea. It's not the first time we saw something like this happening. Water control will win this game, Dromino says. I think so as well. Good old water
Oh, he's
control.
almost in.
Yeah.
Like if Miguel got a good set of Imperial camels, it can be done, but oh, he's in.
Jeez, and there we go. And now the Vills are gonna get sniped first, but the most important, the juiciest aspect, of course, is the traitor.
The trade. Yeah.
Oh, good
He
shot,
hit his
by the way.
own Mangodai.
With his... Oh, it was his own RJ, yes. Well...
Oh, do they notice? No,
I don't
right?
think so, right? All of a sudden, well, what is happening now?
Oh, yeah, they're noticing, yeah. He's going with all those fills to the Mangodai. I don't know why, but just
maybe panicking. I don't know.
take my fills instead of my cards. Take my fills.
Yeah, maybe. By the way, just the right-hand side looks quite nice for Heresy. Because even though MBL has done a great thing now, it's still him about to lose the control. He's trying his best.
All those on edges, seats on edges by Nikov.
God, man. Yeah, seems more or less equal the trade, but I think Lan is losing more. Nice micro shots here. Nice ground shots. Yeah, okay, perfect. SO still alive. Back to the left-hand side for the record. Votes coming from fire, I reckon. Right-hand side still difficult situation. Amazing job by Nikov defending his team on that side.
Yeah, left side looks worse and worse.
Not true. Getting out of hand. Because they're rebuilding everything. And if you look at the trades, Heresy's trade significantly worse actually in numbers. 30 more, roughly 30 more trade cards for the outsiders. I believe that could be relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, tricky. Now the imp camels are needed. And the way they are currently used, half meat shield, half sniping units, or whatever you want to call it. And in the end, not doing too much. Miguel Zien with his army. I don't want to blame him. It's just that he cannot really engage at this point. He has all the reasons to be very conservative here, but he must do something. And if you look at the population space, even for MBL, was, you know, was lost a great portion of his map, of his space. He's about to be pop capped, just like the others in his team. Whereas Heresy is sitting on approximately 130. Lugao is even housed.
Yeah.
Land with 180, but that alone will not win him the game.
They're gonna cut again.
Oh my god. Once again. Nice idea of land to wall this up. And this time they've seen it. Yeah, this time they've seen it. They're going through again. And the trades will be under attack immediately. For your information, guys, this is a match point game currently. If outsiders win this, they would proceed to the grand finals that are going to happen on this Sunday live, obviously.
It seems like Outsiders game as well. Like their Cal player got elite Wood Raiders as well.
It's. I'm just once again, yeah. There we go. It's GG.
Yeah.
GG. And that is that. Hope it's gonna work. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
now we are, I guess, in group mode. Only Nikov
This-
needs to respond as well, and then we're fine.
Hello.
Hello, Nikov.
Hey.
1 second, I need to fix the settings.
No worries.
The audio.
Take your time, man. Take your time. And yes, guys, there will be more raffles. There will
Okay,
be
now
more
it's better.
Okay, Nikov, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Awesome. So first of all, congrats, man. Congratulations. Made it to the finals. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just start with the games right away, and AJ is just going to follow up with questions as well, and then we'll see. So I saw that in game number 1 that was Arabia, and that was the only one that you've lost today, if I recall that correctly. I saw that Heresy is going all 3 on you in Field Age, and this sets both Heresy flanks behind. Let the pocket, which is Miguel, get far ahead. Do you think that was the smartest move that's happened there, or did you think that there was something more crucial?
I was worried since Dark Age about my goal. I know that it was gonna be the target from all 3 players eventually in Field Age, so it wasn't unexpected. And I think it's the right thing to do, delete the pocket and make as much damage as possible, because it's a Frank swap as pocket, so the strongest Franks is gonna carry.
Oh.
Yeah.
As long as the flank doesn't Titanic at home for living, if they are fully walled, it's fine.
Yeah, I see. AJ.
I was expecting that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a bit harder for you to wall as well. Your whole map, like Miguel got a bit.
Yeah, I was
better map
supposed
for
to. I
walling.
needed a tower, but I never want to make a tower.
No,
I could
no,
lose 20 bills, but not make a tower because I want 3 TC.
no. And yeah, the question I got for the Arabia game was more like a team decision, I think. But picking Britons is like you got a small window after Imperial when Britons can shine, but like in post Imp, it felt like Fire couldn't do anything with Britons. They are so without tampering, etc. They couldn't shine anymore or
Yeah,
anything. It
but,
felt like.
but Fire was winning his science, mines. The thing is that then Miguel arrived with 20 billion paladins. I didn't have enough numbers yet. But he was winning before that. I know Britons is weaker the longer the Imperial goes, of course. I prefer. I mean, with Britons, you should try to win in early Imperial that side.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So one more thing about that game. So I saw you, Nikov, getting Beard X, and I strongly reckon that was just a misclick, probably Chivalry. Do you think that you not having Chivalry had a significant impact on the game? Do you think
I
that
didn't have it.
you had it in the end?
I don't know. I'm sure I researched it in early Imperial.
Okay,
I
because
did it before conscription.
I mean, did you notice that you got Beard X? That was my question then.
No, I didn't realize.
Because I mean, maybe it was a
No.
mistake from the game, but I saw clearly that you got Beard X, and Okay,
it
but you
was a
didn't feel
misclick
it,
then.
you say? You didn't feel it?
No, I didn't realize.
Okay. And that's
I was
awesome.
surprised because Miguel had more paladins than me all the time, but I just suppose that he had more extra gold piles behind his base or something.
Right. Okay, awesome.
That actually that actually sucks because Verde Axe is also an expensive technology. So
Yeah, that was what was I
for sure.
thinking. So yeah, investments, misclick. I thought you maybe
thanks. Now I'm upset.
yeah, maybe if you got time, or I will check the record myself out once again. If you got it at some point, I don't think so. You just got Beard Axe and it went
I
through.
probably misclicked. I was.
Yeah, misclick. It happens, man. It happens definitely. Okay.
Anyway, I think we wouldn't have won anyway without that misclick.
Okay, I see. Cool. So game number 2, Acropolis. Very interesting game, if you ask me. I don't know if you have seen or if you've been told what happened there in this game, especially MBL. Wow. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he went full YOLO. He went full YOLO every game, doing
Yeah.
NBS things. No
Yeah,
surprise.
but later on, I will also refer to MBL's efforts, great efforts. It was also even more significant.
I was watching what he was doing all the time. That's why he got such a big advantage with Indians. I know Miguel was super behind because Miguel was playing the dog that we say in him.
Yeah. So do you think
he played fantastic.
do you think what MBL did in game number 2 to Eddie and Miguel all together, that was totally worth it? That was
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Especially because I also took damage at home versus the scouts and archers. But also, Miguel left a hole in field, and that was terrible for him. When I got run inside with 7 scouts,
Yeah.
I killed like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That
Didn't
was
expect
huge.
this neither, man.
Yeah, that was huge.
I see. AJ, you got any question?
No, that was really big as well. That was really good, and especially that game with Indians versus Slavs, and all those extra damage he took as a pocket. It was already over, like really quick. The game went on for a long time. We even saw you building a wonder.
Yeah, we
Was
saw
fun
that, by
to
the way.
watch.
We saw that.
I don't want to talk about that. That was just triggered. I mean, I would just prefer that they say, okay, Lan is coming back in 10 minutes. Can you wait us? And, okay, I don't mind. But doing
Yeah.
that, like staying all 3 players with 3 wheels each and just not resigning was annoying.
Yeah.
I regret making the wonder anyway. I'm not very proud of that.
Yeah. I mean, we even talked about this. I just
At least
said
I did an output rush. That's more than disrespect.
this is what I was referring to. This was not an outpost rush, so even that happened. Anyway, it happens. We're all human beings. We all have temperaments to a certain extent. I can fully respect this. So, the question, Nikov, to your taste: Indian pocket versus Saracen's pocket on Acropolis. What is the better pick? Always Indians.
Slash, you mean? Yeah.
Slavs. I prefer
Slavs.
Indians, sir. Yeah, I prefer Indians, sir.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. And another question that was sent to me: Melee fast Arbalest on Acropolis by Dogao. Was this a smart decision on an open map lab Acropolis, or can Melee die in early feudal too easily?
Well, it depends because if you do that, you are sacrificing like map position, like map control. Sorry,
Yeah.
I would say. I don't know if I think Fire went into the pocket in the meantime, right?
Yeah.
With crossbows, I'm not sure. So if you go fast Imperial as flank, you're giving map control and letting your flank attack the pocket or the other flank. But it was a good strat. I actually think it was very smart from Dogao.
I
Yeah.
see.
I got
It
lucky
looked really good.
I got lucky that I managed to find the crossbows behind my base and kill them. I got 30 crossbows before he upgraded to Arbalest.
Oh yeah, that was
It
big.
would
Yeah.
have been very annoying if he upgraded them.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it was still a very interesting game. Not only because of MBL's action, not only because of that wonder, but all in all, just strong performance. Yeah, towards the end, well, shit happens. Well, let's proceed. Migration, game number 3.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the fastest game in the series. Was even faster than the waiting sessions. And the question about this one is: was Fast Vikings Imp from Pocket the plan, or did you just want to go for Berserks actually? Berserks and Shrek.
You go usually going to build at that time as pocketing because you have like 40 fishing ships working all the time with gillnets. I'm actually not sure if I upgraded gillnets. I think I didn't. I could have forgotten. But yeah, I mean, of course, I'm not able to mass a lot of berserks in early Imperial after that quick fast imp. But I just wanted map control, get accustomed to the hill and trap them.
Yeah,
With a few mercenaries. That was enough.
yeah, that was my only question for migration. Like, did you study the record game of Heresy before? Because
did.
they went for land as well, like the last game, and they went for land as well this time. And we're all thinking, oh, Vikings Pocket will go for longboats, etc. But just
No,
you
I
just
did
went
watch
for
track. I watched
yeah.
track.
Oh, that was really clever. Like that middle hill was like everything was really important.
Also, I think really Fire and MBL played amazing that game. They won water very fast, especially Fire.
Yeah, especially Fire. I mean, I
Yeah,
expected
well,
this.
yeah.
They made the work easier for me. I did nothing with fish boom and make a cast. Pretty much.
No, but that's
Anyone
the
can do
mind.
that.
But that felt like the
Very
mind
humble.
game in there, right? Like they got Hunt's pocket, so they know they gonna lose water at some point if the enemy got Vikings pocket. So they just gave up water earlier
No,
on.
but they did the
than,
same strat in the previous round. They went the flanks went water and the pockets just went like 46 in the middle. I expect them to do the same. That's why I just went boom without any army and Imperial.
So yeah,
And
okay.
I planned to go berserk from the start.
Yes, okay, perfect. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Yeah.
And I think Baggis is better than Hans anyway. There, if he
Yeah.
goes water, I go water, and I kill with longboats. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Very, very nice. Very flexible then. That you had everything prepared. That's impressive, and I like to see
everything,
that.
just that game.
Yeah. I also, once again, shout out to Fire's KD in the beginning. He just had 11-1 or so on water. That was so strong.
He screamed like a kid when he killed 3 fishing ship with that demo, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He was way too happy for that boom.
Awesome stuff, man.
It was good though. Killing 3 fishing ships that early is important.
Yeah,
Still.
definitely. Like you said it, man. Also,
Yep.
I mean, it was great team performance in my opinion. Cool stuff. Next game.
He played really good.
Hideouts. So, Spanish Bucket was played amazingly by just making enough Kongs and booming economy. Did you pre-plan your strategy with where MBL would go all in with the trash and follow up
No,
with some
I
Kongs?
actually told MBL to go Aztec and fire. I don't remember what save. And MBL say, no, I got Teutons. I said, Teutons, are you gonna tower rush like a bot? I say, yes. He did that. I said, okay, it's actually not a bad idea because you got Teutons, you can trust your opponent. I could help with Kongs. And we got the Teuton bonus as well, so they can't convert my Kongs.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my god, man.
I think the key of that game was that Land took a very bad fight under the tower.
Oh yeah. He lost.
Because
It was 3 fills behind.
he lost a lot
that-
of builds and also he
Yeah.
make it easier for MBL to go to the pocket.
Oh.
Oh, great stuff, man. I mean, MBL, I hope he's still around. Maybe not. Maybe he
He's
is.
probably around, that's why I'm trash talking him.
No, he did such great
But
work.
I would also trash talk him if he wasn't around still.
That's great stuff. I mean, especially in Hideout, I think that was MBL's
Yeah, he played really
most
good. Okay.
impressive.
Well, Fight also
Yeah.
won his side. I
True,
think
true,
both
true.
played amazing this game today.
Yeah. I mean, he was that was against Miguel on the left-hand side, right? On Hideout?
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
Aztec
amazing.
versus
Yeah.
Teutons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played really good.
So strong, man. Yeah, and we mostly focusing on the right-hand side, but we saw that Fire was working, and in the end, he just was able to beat him. Also, great stuff. Great stuff, man. Cool. Then let's go to the last game here. So we saw Indian Pockets versus Slav, but reversed roles. Do you think Oasis changes Slav's chances against Indians compared to Acropolis?
I was actually very happy that they picked Indians there.
Hmm.
Because because you saw that with Slavs you can make 10 million knights with all the upgrades and they still go fast to Imperial and make Has with Siege relatively fast compared to other civs.
Yeah.
And then Indians have no counter to that.
He got more choke points with the Oasis. So then, yeah.
Yeah, in the worst case, you can ask if the flanks to stonewall the size and pray. It's not like in Arabia that it's completely open and the camels can run around everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
There's less space.
We had knights with pikemen mangonel from Kels against Indian camel Ethiopian crossbowmen without many mangonels. What combination is the better one, you think?
Kel's pikemen with mangonels is already crazy strong, and also with knights protecting, I think we had a better combo there.
Yeah. They lacked siege as well in that combination.
Well, I think we also took very good fights overall in that game. That's
Yeah.
why we won.
The right hand side was the most special one for me. I mean, left hand side was classical Oasis approach, and it was back and forth, but you guys were dominating in the end, definitely. Right hand side we had Lan, and he never got Furor Celtica despite having SO for such a long time. Do you think this was also one of the reasons why he couldn't push as hard anymore? He didn't get that tech.
Yeah, of course. You need like 2 hits to kill a Stationary with Furor Celtica.
Yeah.
That was really important for him. I was actually surprised that he didn't upgrade.
Yeah.
But I think the key of that side at least was when I sniped all the onagers and the 2 trebs. I gave MBL a lot of time by doing that. And then I knew he was gonna survive.
Ah, crazy, man. Crazy. Great games. AJ, do you have any questions?
No. Only thing I was thinking about that game was that Lan maybe should have gone for Wood Raiders and come to the other side. Like Wood Raiders could counter all that, but maybe it's a long shot at
No,
that
the
stage
thing
of
is
the
that
game.
he can't let Mongol get strong to post Imperial with Stationaries and Mangulites.
Yeah, that's true as well.
That's why he wanted to push fast. I don't really know what happened in that sudden Castle Age. I wasn't watching. I was focusing on the fire, saving fire pretty much. So I'm not sure what happened. I know that MBL dropped the Castle to survive, and then he boom behind or something like that. I don't know. What's the wreck?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really nice games.
Yeah, for sure.
Really well played.
Well played for sure. I just have a very last question overall. So what do you think? Who do you want to be up next? Secret or SY in the final?
I don't mind. I mean, of course, I think Secret is the best team, but
Yeah.
the Chinese team is also very annoying with leaks and BB making towers everywhere. I think I actually prefer Secret and the towers play. I don't want to get mad at leaks sneaking things all around my base with towers and stuff, and then making bonks with bangles behind my base, like usual. I don't want to deal with that.
I see. Okay, Secret it is then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have that game tomorrow, and on Sunday, it's gonna be you guys versus Secret or SY. We're gonna see. Until then, Nikov, once again from me, big shout outs, big respect. GG's, well played, man.
Thanks very much.
If we don't talk to each other again until that day, I wish you good luck with your team, much success, and yeah, enjoy the evening, man.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
I actually had when we had like that 15 minutes pause in between games, I went to get some pasta. I ate only a little, so I'm starving. I just say, okay, I'm gonna grab something quickly, I eat something, and then go to keep playing because I was starving. It's midnight already here.
Awesome, man. Then enjoy
Mm-hmm.
the food, man. Enjoy it. You deserve it.
All right. Thanks, man. See ya.
Take care, Nikov. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.